I'm Chris Haley with Haley's Flooring and Interiors and Liberty Safes, and we will be giving away a Liberty Tactical Gun Safe, an $1,100 value. Listen for details.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Stand by 3.
You got those monkeys ready? Where's the midget?
Ride the boy.
Are you ready? Is the last button working?
Good, all right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What the?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was standing on this wire. My bad.
It's the WBHP Morning Show with Toni and Gary.
.505 on the morning show. Hope you had a great weekend. It was a great weekend of football.
Yeah, it was. A lot of good football.
Unless you were a Tennessee fan.
Well, Tennessee fan, Ole Miss fan,
Yeah.
Missouri fan,
I think we probably have more Tennessee fans.
Georgia fan.
Yeah. He's not doing too good, is he?
Oh,
For his
well.
first year as head coach.
and you can't necessarily blame it on him yet.
No.
He's not playing with his players.
Yeah, give him a year or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope Georgia does.
Well, I think they'll give him another year.
Well, at least a year.
If it doesn't improve.
Or else it'll cost
I
him
mean,
too
we gave
much.
Nick a year, remember? It was 6
That's all he got.
6 and 6, remember?
That's all
the
he
first
got was a year.
That's all he got was a year. Fix it.
And he did, by the way.
Yes, he did. I think this game coming up this weekend with A&M is going to be
That's the biggest game so far.
yeah. Although we thought Tennessee was going to be one of the big games, right?
Well, and it had the potential to be.
You know,
and it started out pretty good.
They had a lot of players out, too.
Yeah, and we heard a lot of them. A lot more.
They had, what, like 8? 8 of their top players out?
Yeah,
I mean, they had a list.
I mean,
put
there
up
was
there.
a lot of players out. They actually put up a list.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it was
On
a long
TV.
list.
It was
Yeah.
a long list.
Yeah, it was a long list.
Anyways.
I don't want to hear those excuses, though. If we'd had so-and-so, you better watch out, Bama. I don't want to hear that. Just because...
Well, it could have been different had they had their players. So.
Oh, so we're going to hear that from an Alabama fan
Yes.
this morning.
Well, I'm just saying that, when you have your main players out, yeah, it does make a difference.
Alabama
No matter what
won,
team.
and there's no doubt about it. I mean, they just
I didn't
laid it on them.
I didn't say they didn't win. I'm just saying it does make a difference when you don't have your players. Look what happened to Georgia last year when Chubb was out. One player made a big difference there.
They got beat.
They got beat a lot.
Yeah.
But they won when Chubb was in. So,
Well, that just goes to show you better have more than one person to be able to play football.
well, no, that's very true. That is very true. You better have a deep bench.
Which is why Nick Saban is so successful.
Yeah.
Ask anybody, and they talk about the depth of every position.
And look at the upside. Bateman got to play, right?
He did get to play a pretty good bit.
It was up a lot.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes, we
so
were.
condolences to our Tennessee fan listeners because we have a lot of them.
Yeah, we do.
All right, let's look at the weather. When's it going to cool off? Anytime soon?
And you know what? I got the weather up, but I hadn't
well,
looked.
let's see. Friday,
Let's
67.
see.
That
Well,
may be the cool off.
Today, it's going to be 85.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot. Tonight, mostly clear, 63.
Did you see any rain over the weekend?
No.
I saw none. A lot of
didn't.
clouds, no rain.
When I woke up yesterday morning, I did see where I had gotten an alert sometime during the night for some rain near my home, but I don't know whether it rained or not. Didn't look like it. Mostly sunny, 88 on Tuesday. A little windy. Gusts up to 15 miles an hour out of the southwest. Then mostly clear on Tuesday night, 62. 87 on Wednesday, mostly sunny. And then a little rain comes in, a little, and I mean a little. 20% chance on Wednesday night, 62. But then we start to cool down. Then a 40% chance on Thursday, high of 80. 40% overnight Thursday night, 52. All right, so a high of 80 on Thursday. Friday, a 30% chance of showers and a high of 67.
Yep.
69 on Saturday, sunny. 75 on Sunday, sunny. That's my kind of weather.
So it'll be end of the week before we see the cool off, which will be almost, let's see here. Yep. Like a week before Halloween. I mean, that.
Oh, yeah, just in time to freeze.
It has really gone longer this year than I remember in past years. Now, maybe my memory is not accurate, but it just seems like usually by the end of September, 1st of October, we're getting some cool weather.
You'd think that, but it has gone longer than usual. It seems like
It does seem that way. Anything
I'll see if
in
I can find
what it was last year.
what it the typical time to cool down.
Well, don't we usually see the first frost like October 15th, or is it November?
I don't know. I can never remember that.
I can't remember that either.
The only thing I can remember is last frost, and that's always tax day. You know.
April 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the average last frost.
Is that
or
tax
something.
day?
April 15th, yeah.
Oh.
For most people.
Oh, well.
Yours is October 15th.
Maybe that's why I remember.
Maybe that's the first frost. You're right. You're right. Tax day coincides with the frost.
First and last, right?
But yes, there is something out in the Atlantic. First of all, Nicole, still a hurricane, believe it or not.
Where is it?
It's way up yonder, the northern Atlantic. I mean, we're talking about it's east of Nova Scotia.
I don't know how it's
So
still intact. The water's so cold up there.
I don't either. I mean, that's been a heck of a storm. We're going on 3 weeks. But we've got a big yellow X, and it's right on top of the Bahamas at the moment.
No.
It's a large area of cloudiness and disorganized showers located over the Bahamas and adjacent.
Isn't that amazing how the National Hurricane Center puts out something on a large bunch of
A
clouds?
large area of cloudiness. It's could be interacting with an upper level low that's in that area, though. They're currently unfavorable. The upper level winds, they're unfavorable for development, but they give it a 40% chance within the next 5 days. I was reading to see if it says conducive, subtropical, Tuesday or Wednesday. Locally heavy rainfall. Doesn't say anything about moving over to Florida, so
That's a good thing.
we'll just have to watch it.
Yeah, the Florida and the Carolinas, Georgia have had enough.
Yeah. Let's
time
move
to
on.
move on. Now, November 1st is the end of hurricane season.
It is, but it's the beginning of our second tornado season.
That's
around
right.
here.
And usually by this time, I mean, like I say, we don't have any problems with hurricanes, but this hurricane season may last.
Yeah, global warming.
Right. Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Well, yeah. In fact, the environmentalists were griping because Matthew wasn't more deadly so they could prove their point on global warming. Now, when you start...
How many Haitians need to die?
Well, not Haitians, Americans. They wanted Americans to die.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a little more substantial structures to shelter in than the folks in Haiti does.
Exactly. And like Kerry Rosenblum, you can rent a car and leave.
That's exactly right.
That's what he did.
The poor folks down in Haiti that the Clintons took advantage of, all they have to live in are cardboard boxes that says Clinton Foundation on the side of them.
Very sad.
I don't forget how you get elected to office. How do you live? How do you sleep at night knowing what you've done when you're the Clintons? I don't get it. They're just evil. They have to be evil in order to sleep at night, knowing those poor people down in Haiti.
It's all about the money.
They were supposed to. I mean, billions of dollars went to those folks, the Clinton Foundation and her brother, to rebuild Haiti. And then look what happened. They didn't rebuild it, and now another disaster's happened. Surely to goodness, people's not going to send them more money to send to Haiti.
Well,
Well, there's my soapbox for the morning.
You're right. I mean,
it
you're
just
right.
upsets me.
If you can't, but this is not new.
I know it's not.
It's not new. We've had this problem before with other entities.
Yeah, but this entity's running for president.
Well, it's true. And according to the Washington Post this morning, the election's over. She won.
Oh, it's over already?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
People haven't voted, but that doesn't matter. So.
Damn, that was a long weekend.
Yep, it's over.
The election's over.
According to the Washington, and their new Washington Post ABC poll has it statistically tied.
Really?
Yeah, but they're not touting that. They're touting the NBC poll, which has her up 11, which
Of course.
Boy, wait till I give you the stats on that one.
Oh, me. There's no telling.
Of how they had to skew that to get her ahead by 11.
Jeez.
Like I say, I don't know who's going to win, but I know that some of these things that have come out last week are just a lot of these sound bites we're going to have to play in the 5 o'clock hour. That's how bad they are. So then we'll have to tell people to podcast it.
Are there really people asking their kids to leave the room for debates?
I'm sure liberals are. But how many kids watch debates?
Well, my kids were in the room when the debate started last time, but they were sound asleep about 15 minutes in.
I guess depending on what they're calling kids,
Yeah.
I think they're, because Michelle Obama did the same thing, said, we don't have a role model. Well, we don't have a role model now.
No.
No. So just because you hide it better.
Well, now, Michelle Obama said that Beyonce's a good role model.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Google her lyrics to her songs.
Well, forget
Anyway.
that. Watch her dance. Good grief.
Well, she's not any different than Jennifer Lopez or any of the others, I don't think.
Well, no.
So that's the culture of... But the lyrics to her songs...
Better not see my daughter dancing like that.
You don't have a daughter.
Thank God.
Jeez, Corey, you are really on...
I'm just saying.
Yeah, can you put up...
I love women, but wait a minute. That didn't sound...
That didn't
I
sound
love little
right.
girl. That didn't sound right either. Oh, my gosh.
You need to hush.
I'd love to have a daughter. But I don't want to have to deal with the headaches that come with it. For instance, getting caught twerking and guys, I don't have to deal with that. I just don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, but a lot of us do, so.
I know. Well, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Can
you put names up? Because it didn't come up with mine. Only because I brought it up late.
Because you're slow.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was busy fixing the printer. Anyway, let's see here. Let's go to Jim. Hey, Jim. You're probably going to have to reprint the first 2 pages of that.
The only 2 that matter?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know where those went.
Okay, fine.
But please make sure it's only the first 2.
Okay. Well, what about the next 250?
You cannot print those
Okay.
blank pages. That would be preferable. Well, they weren't blank. Anyway, hey, Jim.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
How about them upsets? Yeah, wasn't there something?
There was a couple of good upsets, weren't there?
Yeah, good games. I tell you what, it was interesting. I was totally shocked that Vandy won.
That was an upset. I mean, they barely won by 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
But
1 point.
But to beat Georgia, that was big.
It's big for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you all called it upset alert. Although I think you were talking more about what could happen on Rocky Top, but
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, you were wrong on that.
Thank goodness. And listen, I didn't say Alabama was losing. I just said we're on upset alert because Tennessee was hot.
Yeah, but I didn't realize they had so many players out.
Yeah, I didn't either until they pulled it.
Yeah, that was a long
put up
list.
that list.
And did you see the last 2? One was was kicked off the team, and the other left voluntarily.
Yeah.
And it was like, why'd you even put that up there? If they're,
I know. Why even mention that?
Yeah, that's crazy. And then they had the interview with Peyton Manning that went on forever.
Yeah, some Alabama fans had a problem with that. I didn't.
But I didn't either. I understand that. And I like Peyton Manning.
I like Peyton Manning.
I didn't, at the time,
The reason
Was
Bama
that his
Killing
dad
us.
that was there?
the reason Bama fans dislike Peyton Manning is because, and listen, Tony can tell you I'm one of the hardest Alabama fans you can find out there. I mean, I temper it for the radio, thank goodness. But the reason Bama fans hate him is because he beat us.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
He's good.
well, he's good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no problem
I had
with
no
it at
problem.
all. I mean, he didn't bash Bama while he was
No,
on there.
I hadn't. The problem was we wanted to see football and they kept it on the camera on
Well,
them too long.
That was an issue.
Yeah. Would like to see football, please.
Yeah.
You let him talk while we're watching football. That's fine.
Sure.
But to keep
Yeah,
it in
was
the.
that his dad that was on with him?
I don't think Archie was there.
No.
I think those were sportscasters.
Who was the guy that was standing behind him with a huge jacket on?
Yeah, I think
It
that was
looked
one
like
of the
it was about 3
sportscasters.
sizes too big.
Yeah, he had that on for a reason, and I don't remember why.
Oh, that was Gary Danielson, was it not?
I think
and
so.
it was a robe.
A robe.
He had on a robe making fun of Peyton Manning's DirecTV commercials.
That's what it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I couldn't figure that out. I said, why is this guy wearing this, look like a
Well, it took me a minute.
something Gary Dobbs would wear?
It did. It was a very odd-looking color. It took me a minute, too, and then finally he mentioned something about, well, I thought you'd be wearing one, Pate, and I
Those are
figured it
good
out.
commercials, by the way, those DirecTV commercials.
Yeah, they are.
They're very good.
Okay, well,
They're funny.
anyway, I think I'm really getting ready for Wednesday night and hoping Trump will stick to his message.
Well, he's going to have to answer questions, but I hope Chris Wallace does what he says he's going to do and talk about national security, immigration, health, Obamacare, Supreme Court, things that are important to people. That's what they want to hear.
I'm sure he'll get a couple of slams on Hillary, but hope for the most part, maybe 90% of his time that he talks will be positive, on message. What he's going to do.
Well, if Chris Wallace starts with, what about these women? Then he just needs to say it's not true and then pivot to the issues. This is his last chance to get to the issues.
Yeah.
So it's going to be up to him not to take the bait.
Well, that's definitely true.
Yep. Jim, we got to go.
Okay. Well, listen, happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you, too.
5 days ahead of us, I guess, to do good work.
Huh?
5 days ahead of us to do good work this week.
Oh, I'm working on it. Yeah, I've got a couple of bites here we have to play in the 5 o'clock hour.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Will do.
Thank you, Jim. And Fernando? Hey, Fernando.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
Good.
It was a good weekend.
What's a good weekend?
Good weather, everything all the way around. I like it.
Yeah, it was a good
Nice
weekend.
cool nights.
Say it again.
Nice cool nights.
It was cool at night and cool in the mornings, and I like that. I like to get out when it's not so blasted hot, that you can't stand it, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning and it's hot.
That's a fact.
I love the fall. I just wish we had more of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just called in and said bye.
Thank you, Fernando.
I'll see you later. Have a good
All right,
day. Bye.
you too.
It's 62 right now, Tony.
Well, that's better than 79.
No kidding.
Let's see. I was trying to find because I want people to think about it. 1771. I know we're going to be late, but I want to play it first. It's not long. But this is the woman. I want you to hear what she said in her interview. This is a woman who said 35 or 38 years ago, I think Corey said it was 38 years ago, on the airplane that Trump had sexually assaulted her. Now, there's people have come out to dismiss some of the women, but from her own... Well, I don't even know where that's coming from. That's kind of odd. From the... I know where it's coming from. Hang on a minute. It is Monday, after all. I want you to listen to what she said out of her own mouth. Here we go.
Huh? Watch. If he had stuck with the upper part of the body. I might not have gotten that upset. But it's when he started putting his hand up my skirt. And that was it. That was it. I was out of there.
Really? If he'd stayed on second base, I would have been fine. But he tried to steal third, and I was having none of it.
I can't believe you went there. Gosh, I'm having flashbacks to high school, for goodness sakes, Corey. We'll be right back. Chew on that.
On your smartphone, download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And listen on your computer free anywhere in the world.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Are you struggling to pay your mortgage? Life's twists and turns don't have to mean losing your home. Hardest Hit Alabama is a federally funded foreclosure prevention program. If you qualify, Hardest Hit Alabama can pay your mortgage payments on your behalf or provide other forms of assistance. The program is available statewide for eligible homeowners on a first-come, first-served basis. We've helped thousands of Alabama homeowners, and we may be able to help you too. Call 1-877-497-8182 to speak to a program counselor. Or visit www.hardesthitalabama.com to learn more and apply. That's 1-877-497-8182 or www.hardesthitalabama.com. Brought to you by Hardest Hit Alabama, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
So why do people drive from all over the Southeast to Eddie Pruitt Ford?
Tremendous savings on new Ford cars and trucks, crossovers, and SUVs.
Right now, great buys at Eddie Pruitt Ford. Great incentives from Ford Motor Company as well as from Eddie Pruitt himself. And he's got those program vehicles with still under factory warranty mileage on them at Eddie Pruitt Ford, and you can save thousands and thousands of dollars. And at Eddie Pruitt Ford, every new Ford comes with a powertrain lifetime warranty. You heard me right. A lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Ford sold at Eddie Pruitt Ford. So do like I do and have been doing for years. I head over to Hartselle, Alabama, Highway 31 and do business with my friend Eddie Pruitt. And you'll do it too because he'll treat you right at Eddie Pruitt Ford, Highway 31, Hartselle.
Keeping you informed. Now, a Tennessee Valley News Update on WBHP.
Good morning, I'm Michelle Stark. Here's an update from the WHNT News 19 newsroom. Donald Trump and his surrogates amplified their argument over the weekend. The election is, quote, rigged. Trump on Sunday sent out a series of tweets sowing doubt about the legitimacy of the election, claiming the media is biased toward Hillary Clinton and alleging rigging at the polls. Trump's vice presidential nominee, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, disagreed, though, during an interview, saying he will accept the Election Day results. WikiLeaks says it has some 50,000 Hillary Clinton campaign emails and will continue releasing them until Election Day. Most of the leaks have come so far from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta, who has not verified the authenticity of the messages. He says the emails may have been altered or edited to inflict political damage. The teenage daughter of U.S. Olympian Tyson Gay has died after an early morning shooting in Lexington, Kentucky. Police have arrested a man in connection with the crime. Gay is a former world 100-meter and 200-meter champion. I'm Michelle Stark with the WHNT News 19 News Update.
Don't miss out on the sounds of life. Earfinity can help. At Earfinity, we treat hearing loss as a medical problem. That's why you'll see a medical doctor. Earfinity was created and staffed by ENT physicians and hearing specialists. At Earfinity, we're not here to sell you hearing aids. We just want to sell you good hearing. Visit earfinity.com or see us just off Whitesburg Drive behind Crestwood Medical Center. Don't miss out. At Earfinity, we're not here just for hearing aids. We're here for good hearing.
Get some satisfaction. Type in your favorite band, like the Rolling Stones, and boom! iHeartRadio creates a custom artist station that'll start you up. Remember, artist stations are commercial-free, always. Plus, the more you thumb up and down songs, the more iHeartRadio fine-tunes your station to help you get what you need.
Oh, yeah.
all your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Listen at iHeartRadio.com or download our free iHeartRadio app.
It all comes down to this. The final contest.
A lot of people are worried that maybe they wouldn't have a place in Donald Trump's America.
The final chance to win your vote.
We have a divided nation because people like her, and believe me, she has tremendous hate in her heart.
And one of the most trusted, experienced names in news moderates the candidates before America decides. Watch the final presidential debate with moderator Chris Wallace, October 19th on Fox News Channel, America's election headquarters.
Wealth is more than just stocks and bonds. It's the art of making money. Everyone doing it knows you have to see the opportunity. You have to take the chance. You have to have the passion. I live and breathe this stuff. Real estate, startup strategy, tech, art, wine. I know where the action is. I'll get you access to the minds making it happen. You have to play to win, so get in the game. Watch Risk and Reward with me, Deirdre Bolton, weekdays, only on Fox Business Network. The power to prosper.
Thanks for listening to Toni and Gary in the morning here on WBHP. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Think It Up.
Well, we continue seeing a fairly light Monday morning ride. No unusual delays traveling out on the interstate. 65 and 565 check out in pretty good shape, as does your ride on our secondary roads. Keep in mind, we do have some construction 65 northbound between exit 340 and 354. Just have a little extra caution traveling there as they are working on the median. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas, and I'm here to tell you about Think It Up, a new initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join us at thinkitup.org.
Sean Hannity.
America, your country is under attack. And in 50 days from now, you're going to make a choice in an election. I keep telling you this is a choice election. I keep saying it's a choice election. Keep Obamacare, get rid of Obamacare. It's a choice. It's a choice. Education back to the states, not back to the states. It's a choice. Fix the VA or say it's fine. It's a choice. Rebuild the military or cut military spending. It's a choice.
Weekdays 2 to 5 p.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Say good morning to Mary Lawrence, Sonoma's Mortgage, First Commercial Bank. Now, there are special loans for doctors and dentists.
Right. We have a home loan exclusively designed for practicing doctors and dentists. They can buy a home with zero down payment up to $750,000 and with a small down payment up to $2 million. So it's designed exclusively for that profession.
You know, it's really interesting how you have special loans for doctors and dentists, special loans for veterans,
first-time home buyers.
I think that the more people understand that there are special loans for particular professions or where you are in life.
Correct.
They need to call you and find out about those because these are things that you have that a lot of people don't have.
And I've never had access to these before, so it's very nice to be offering them to my customers.
Call Mary Lawrence today on her cell phone, 256-755-1008. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. NMLS number 180085.
Toni and Gary sound better in HD. Listen on your HD radio at 102.1 HD2.
Hey, this is Bo Thomas with Thomas HVAC Company. It's football season. That means I'll be giving away $100 in cash to one Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
1, 2, 3, good luck!
Welcome back to the morning show. Okay, what are we giving away?
$40 for Popeye's Cajun Fried Chicken. Movie passes for two at Hollywood 18. Family 4-pack to the Botanical Gardens. $20 from Dunkin' Donuts, Huntsville and Madison.
And a day pass to the range at Last Resort Guns, County Line Road in Madison.
All you have to do is call us. At the end of the show, we'll draw from all the people who have called in, and that person wins.
534-3521 and 309-2313.
Let's see here. It is Monday, and that means that we've added golf for two at Point Mallard's championship course. Now, we're going to have a separate drawing today for a couple of passes to Talladega, but not the Sunday Talladega.
Yeah,
the Saturday Talladega.
What used to be called the Bush series.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called now.
So if you'd like to
horrible?
go down to Talladega for that, we'll have a separate drawing.
Yes.
But not the main race on Sunday.
Not the Sprint Cup.
Yeah. So if you'd like to do that, and a lot of people just like to go, then
it's a party.
Mm-hmm. Then make sure you tell Corey so that we can, we'll have a separate drawing on that.
That's now called the Xfinity Series.
Is that what it is?
The Xfinity Series on Saturday.
All right, let's see. We'll get to trivia. So I always like to bring these back after about a year, the quizzes that were good. And this was a good one. Mm-hmm. So we're looking for fictional characters. I'm going to give you 2 clues, and we're looking for a fictional character. Diminish to nothing is the first word.
Mm-hmm.
And a wok, W-O-K, wok, or a skillet is the second name. Now, these are all 2 names. I'll give you 2 clues, one for the first word, one for the second word. They're fictional characters. Diminish to nothing and wok or skillet. W-O-K, wok, not W-A-L-K. Okay? The youngest of Jacob's 12 sons is the first word. And something to push on a controller is the second word. Youngest of Jacob's 12 sons, first word. Second word, something to push on a controller.
Well, all right then.
Haven't got that one either?
Nope.
Okay. Bullwinkle's partner.
Okay.
You got that, Corey?
Yeah, I got that. Yep. I have that, and that's what you get for making fun of me.
I know. Sorry about that. Bullwinkle's partner. And the second word is first European to see the Pacific Ocean. We're looking for a fictional character. Bullwinkle's partner is first.
Yeah.
First word. First European to see the Pacific Ocean. Second word. You know that? You know the first one, but you don't.
Dang it!
That's too funny. Phone numbers are.
You're making this stuff up. 256-534-543. Let me start over. 256.
Really? It is Monday, but this is bad.
Grief. This is ridiculous. 256-534-3521 and 309-2313.
Let's go to Bob. Hey, Bob, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Let's get the important stuff over. The first clue you gave out was Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, that's what it is.
Of course.
Diminished to nothing and Walker Skillet is Peter Pan.
Hey, on the second clue, what was the first hint?
Well, you're not going to answer it. You're not going to answer it.
I'm not going to answer it. I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah. It was, the second clue was, or the second question, youngest of Jacob's 12 sons. It's the first word. Second word, something to push on a controller.
Ah, okay. I've got that one.
Okay.
Okay, now for some interesting news. About a month ago, the governor signed a bill allowing write-in votes. Now, they didn't publicize this a lot, but he did sign it. The reason I know, I was here at a special election inspector convention that they had here for the people in our county.
Mm-hmm.
That for the chairman of each of the precincts had to go to this, and the Secretary of State came in and he was on the phone at his office, and the governor signed it at that day, that exact day, to allow write-in votes. Well, you know that last week or so, the U.S. Congressman from Montgomery, who is Martha Roby, came out against Trump,
right,
saying she could not support him. There is a big write-in effort in Montgomery to bring back one of the Republican opponents of her and to write his name in. I forgot who it was, but they are trying to, a lot of the Republicans in Montgomery, which may not be that many, are trying to get her out and bring in somebody that would support the Republican nominee.
Well, what are they going to do about Bradley Byrne? Bradley Byrne also said he can't vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're doing anything at his district or not. When we were up there for the convention, she came and spoke to us, the Alabama delegation, at one of the breakfasts we had, and I was very impressed with her. You know, she was on the committee that was doing the hearings with the FBI and with Benghazi and things like that. She represented us very well, and she didn't ask as tough a question as I would like, but she was supporting the other people that were against, that were trying to get to the effort on finding about the emails and things like that on Benghazi.
I think what happened, Bob, is a lot of Republicans came out and denounced him thinking it was over and wanted to get ahead of that. And now that it's not over, a lot of them are coming back.
It's never over.
Yeah, it's never over till the people vote, no matter what.
It's never over. I just hope we're in for a great big surprise. I just hope the silent majority votes and everything else. I just hope we're in for a great big surprise on this, and just have to see how it goes. And we're still hearing a lot of support from all over the country. I was at an event this weekend where there were people from Virginia and Ohio and everybody down there, and they were asking me all about it. And this was up at the Stones River battlefield, and we had even people from California. And there's still a whole lot of support for Mr. Trump all around.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see if he has enough. I know he has a lot of support, but does he have enough?
I know that's the $64,000 question right now.
We won't know that until Election Day. Thank you, Bob.
Y'all have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
You.
All right, so last week, and I think I was very clear on this, that without a little more evidence, I have a problem with women who come out 30 years later and say something bothered them that didn't seem to bother them then.
Right.
Or in the case of one woman who back in July actually praised Donald Trump, and she's the woman that I told you she'd come out, Gloria Allred.
Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloria
Allred's out there making money.
I read something from this girl's cousin.
Yeah, and he
Have
said,
you read that?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So I have a problem with women who it didn't seem to bother them at the time, but then they come out and say, oh, this is horrific, blah, 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 blah. If it bothered you at the time, then you say something then. You don't wait until a presidential election, 3 weeks before an election, and come out and say something.
Right.
And all of this, well, it was because he denied it in the debate. That's what made me come. Baloney.
Really?
That's baloney. I'm sorry. That is.
If he'd have said, yes, I did it, that would have made you feel better?
Well, I know we talked about this. When Anderson Cooper asked the question, I knew they had people in the wings at that point.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to get him on record saying he'd never done that. And then all of a sudden, what are there, 8 or 9?
Yeah.
Now, it's like ridiculous. Then why didn't they come out then? Why didn't they come out when it happened? Now he's spending all his time disputing where he was, what happened, this, that, the other. We have some serious problems in this country.
Could he just completely ignore it?
No, he can't. But he can say, I didn't do it, put out his witnesses, and pivot.
Because, see, that's all I've heard all weekend.
Well, that's all they've talked about.
Well, he just needs to ignore it.
No,
he
can't ignore it.
Don't even answer them.
If he ignored it, they'd call him guilty.
Right.
Right now, he's not ignoring it.
That's kind of what I thought.
And they're calling him guilty. So, it's a no-win situation.
Right.
But you need some evidence on these things. I'm not saying that some of them didn't happen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you need evidence.
Well, let's see the evidence.
Let's see the evidence. And for those who it happened to recently.
And check this out. In this country, or up until Barack Obama became president at least, you were innocent until proven guilty.
Right. Well, not with the media.
The burden of proof is on these ladies, not Donald Trump.
And they're trying to make make a comparison to the Juanita Broderick, but those people came out then.
Yes, they did.
They didn't come out.
They can't. There really is no comparison.
There's no comparison. No. Yeah. Anyway, so one more time, the audio of the actual woman who said that, and we have a picture now of the chairs in first class. It was a story that was Pan Am, I think it was. I'll have to go back and look now. I have it in this stack over here. Where they had just put in these big chairs in first class. And it looks to me like the armrest is stationary.
Which is what I've heard.
Yes.
That's
now,
what Jim told us.
That's what Jim told us, that he thought they were stationary. Time couldn't be moved. And then this guy from the UK came out and said, hey, I was sitting right across from them. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
What did he have to say?
He said it didn't happen.
Did he say
said
it was a porn movie in front of him?
No, he said that she was real flirty with him, and at one point said, I'd really like to marry you, kind of a thing.
Well.
And then Trump got up and used to go to the restroom and came back and blah,
she
blah, blah.
followed it.
Well, she didn't follow him.
I'm
No,
kidding.
let's not add things to it. Now, this guy, how did he remember? I mean, he said she had on a white pantsuit, and he said he had a photographic memory. Come to find out that
was it Ted Cruz?
No, that he may have had some issues in the UK with a sexual harassment charge. So,
really.
So here we go. But his account.
Can the KKK folks and pedophiles and stuff please stop coming out for Trump? That does not help.
Well, I didn't say he was a pedophile.
Whatever, rapist.
Not a rapist. Sexual harassment charge not proven.
Whatever.
Okay.
Stop coming out for Trump if you have those issues.
If you have anything in your background.
That's exactly right.
But the thing is his account is as credible as her account. You see what I'm saying? She said Trump did it. He said Trump didn't do it.
Well, yeah, it's he said, she said.
That's all. That's what it is. But the media is taking her to word. Now,
sure.
What should change the media's mind is the soundbite from her. Let's hit it, Corey.
Same one?
Same one.
Huh? Watch. If he had stuck with the upper part of the body, I might not have gotten that upset. But it's when he started putting his hand up my skirt. And that was it.
That was it right there.
That was it. I was out of there.
Okay, so I don't even
I'm
know.
sorry that I'm even laughing at this.
I don't even
Because
know.
what if it happened? I'm a horrible person for laughing at it. But that's just absurd.
Well, sexual harassment is not in parts. In other words, if she was sexually assaulted,
above or below the waistband,
she was sexually. Yeah, you don't have to go into any more detail.
Right.
She was sexually assaulted.
But the point is,
but for her to say, "Well, yeah, as long as I was sexually assaulted here, then it was fine."
Right.
Then it wasn't sexual assault.
Right.
But then when this happened, it was sexual assault. I mean, that is the most ludicrous. You know what that does? And I said this last week. This hurts women who actually have a case.
Right.
That's what this does. I mean, I can see some guy saying, that actually did something to somebody, saying, well, should be okay. That woman said it was okay.
Is this a change of the story, of her story?
Yeah.
Okay. She didn't, when she first came out, she didn't say,
I didn't hear the very first.
Okay.
But,
I can't imagine that she came out the very first time.
And I'm not
said,
sure if this is the one with that, because Anderson Cooper spent a long time with her. Okay?
Yeah.
So, Anderson Cooper, where is this is ludicrous. Are you going to, they're not playing this.
Wow.
CNN's not playing this.
Of course not.
It would really mess up the narrative.
Yeah, it would.
So, out of her own mouth, that's ridiculous to say that. Like I say, it hurts women. It hurts women with a real case.
It does.
Because it diminishes what sexual assault is. But
now I'm confused. Is this the girl that was...
This is the woman from 38 years ago on the airplane.
On the plane. Okay.
Yes. That's who this is.
And then there were supposedly some guy sitting across and said, well, I know that never happened.
Yeah, I was there.
The only problem is he also is up on sexual
he's not
assault
up
charges
on
in the UK, or has been involved in.
Well, there was some rumors of. Okay, there was assertions he hasn't been convicted of anything.
Was he charged? That's what you said earlier.
You know what? Let me double check to see. I will double check that during the break.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Brian. Hey, Brian. Oh, well, that was
Brian's had enough.
Weird. Hey, Al.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Benjamin Button.
It is Benjamin Button. That's who it is. Good job.
Thank you. I wonder, and it's the same question that the media was asking about Trump, but I don't know that they've asked it about these women. And you're right, a lot of it does demean real women with real problems. And so, I mean, none of us were there, but it is fishy and makes you wonder, because especially if that armrest was fixed, then, above the waist, if they were kissing or whatever, being flirtatious, that's plausible. But the below the waist thing, it makes no sense if that armrest was fixed in an open cabin where people were walking, stewardesses, other people walking back and forth, and other passengers like that guy there. That just makes no sense at all anyway, just from a logical standpoint. But whatever it is, you're right. It distracts from Trump's message, which is everything they want. But they asked Trump, "Are you paying these women?" And I guess
they did ask him that.
So, or has the same question been asked the other way? Because if there's compensation, and I'm not just talking about travel and hotels. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if there is money being paid, then you got to ask the question: Are they actually, coming forward because something he said, or are they trying to please their boss? It's dirty politics. It takes
dirty.
It's taking but that's what they do. They're taking the better angels of our nature. I mean, we don't want to see women harassed or mistreated. The average person, we don't want that. We feel protective. So they're taking that and they're using it against us. And they do that up one side and down the other. We don't want to see people treated unfairly. So, Black Lives Matter gets a little bit of traction, because every one of them comes out and says they've been a victim, and so you've got to wade through that. And anyway, and the whole time this is going on, Hillary Clinton, who's done and covered up so much worse than is even being alleged about Trump in an airline or whatever. She covered up Bill's misdeeds in a horrific way. She said, if the stories are true, she said lawyers against people, against these women.
Yeah.
They re-victimized them over and over again. But all the time this is going on, the Russians heard and believed Hillary when she said she was going to have a no-fly zone, which means potential armed conflict with Russia, which means a potential act of war. They're doing duck and cover drills. They're doing nuclear duck and cover drills in Russia. And our media just letting that go by. I don't know if they even mentioned it on the news. If they did, it couldn't have been. It was certainly after this Trump thing.
If he's going to have to figure out a way to pivot to the
Right.
issues Wednesday. That's all there is to it. He's going to have to figure out a way.
He had Hillary on her heels at that last debate. And the reason was, I think, is she prepared for the previous debate.
Yes.
And Trump. So Trump just, he did a Rocky and bit his gloves off, and actually came out and was Trump. And so I think she's going to prepare now for that last debate. So let's see what he does.
Thank you, Al.
I think it'll be interesting.
Thank you. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
We continue seeing a fairly light ride this Monday morning. In fact, if you're traveling on Interstate 65, you're looking at a speed limit trip there, as well as on 565 And for the most part, the secondary roads, downtown streets, all check out in pretty good shape. Keep in mind, there is construction on 65 northbound between exits 340 and 354. They are doing some minor work in the median. Just take some extra care as you travel through that area. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving supports victims of drunk driving, drug driving, and underage drinking at no charge. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. That's MADD.org.
Talking with Russ and Andy of Last Resort Guns on County Line Road in Madison, the Youth 22 Rifle Safety and Shooting Course. Russ, tell us about that.
This is our regular scheduled youth course for 22 rifle. This is an opportunity for our youngest shooters to get qualified to come into the range. We don't allow admission to children under the age of 11 normally. Children who are 11 and younger need to do this course before they can come in the range and shoot. The course is a parent and child course and will involve about an hour, a little over an hour's worth of shooting, and about between 40 minutes and an hour in the classroom. We go through the aspects of shooting a 22 rifle, the safety aspects of shooting in general, and then we take the kids into the range with their parent, and the parent acts as supporter to the instructor, so the parents are given the instructions, and the parents again get a chance to work with their own children to bring the kids on. The aim at the end of the course is that the kids should be safety conscious and capable to shoot the 22 rifle pretty accurately.
Visit Last Resort Guns in Madison on County Line Road just south of Palmer Road, or give them a call today, 256-774-5741. That's Last Resort Guns.
I'm Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro. There is simply no reason why you should settle for anything less than the best deal you can get on your next car or truck. Listen to the Car Pro Show with me, Jerry Reynolds, or go to carprousa.com.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free. Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-480-1941 and use the promo code iHeart. That's 800-480-1941 or go to MyPillow.com and use the promo code iHeart.
Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org.
This is Michael Berry. Join me this afternoon at 5. Now back to Toni and Gary on the Valley's Big Talker, 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Good morning. I'm James Doggett with Pepper's Moving Company, where our mission is to provide the most stress-free and exciting relocation experience ever. Call us at 256-534-6116.
Thank you, Stuart Tanksley, Pro Fence, building fences all over the Tennessee Valley. All right, let's see if we can get Brian in here. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Benjamin Buttons.
It was Benjamin Button. Yes, it was.
And then I want to say congratulations to all you Tide folks out there. And I want to say that on your show and most shows and everything, most of the Tide people I know are very nice, very respectable people. They'll kid you just like I'll kid you in return. And there's a few diehard ones out there that get a little bit edgy at times. Like my buddy Corey over there, he gnashes his teeth and snaps a bit, but that's okay. He'll grow out of his millennial phase sooner or later.
Just he's a millennial, that's all.
Just picking on you, my friend.
No, yeah.
But I've got to be a Texas A&M fan this week. The reason being is because I'd rather not face that quarterback of y'all's again in the championship game. He's as strong as Godzilla, and he's as scurries faster than a rat on cocaine. So I'm going to call him Ratzilla from now on.
Ratzilla? I like that.
Tell you what.
He's I was going to say that the real stars of that game for the Tide, I do believe, were the wide receivers and not for their pass catching so much. They could hold the end on those blocks.
There are two ways to buy your next car or truck. The CarPro way and everybody else.
Hi, Jerry. Well, I wanted to take an opportunity to call you guys and kind of sing your praises. I would tell people, if you're really serious and you're going to be buying a vehicle, just run it through the CarPro show.
That means more to Jerry than you can possibly imagine.
That's why I do what I do every single day.
Go to CarProUSA.com. Then listen this weekend to the CarPro Show.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
There are 250 miles of trails in Alabama state parks. That's 250 miles for you to hike, bike, and explore. And it's something we want to share with future generations. Help us improve these trails by becoming a partner in the Alabama State Parks Trail Program. To learn more about the importance of outdoor recreation and how you can help with the development and management of this new trail program, visit alapark.com or call 800-ALAPARK. Sponsored by the Alabama State Parks, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Gary Dobbs here, talking with Bo Thomas of Thomas HVAC. And Bo, you've got a very special offer this time of year.
We've got a special going right now. Our precision tune-ups, a $260 value. We're going to offer those on sale right now for a limited time only for $79. We'll come out, we'll check everything, we'll clean the entire system, we'll make sure it's running at peak performance, make sure we're getting all the efficiency out of it. It'll restore the capacity.
Save some money.
Save some money on the energy cost, and make sure we're doing everything we can so it doesn't break down.
Now, can they make an appointment with you online?
They can call our office, 256-858-4822. They can go online to coolhuntsville.com, get our phone number there, or schedule the appointment right there online.
So it's the Toni and Gary tune-up special.
That's right.
$79.
$79 right now.
At Thomas HVAC.
This is WBHP Huntsville, WHOS Decatur, and WDRM-FM HD2 Decatur, an iHeart radio station.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. The push to retake Mosul from ISIS now underway in Iraq with limited involvement of U.S. forces. If successful, it would be the strongest blow yet to the terror group.
We've been told by Pentagon officials that these troops will be acting in advisory capacity. But what does that mean? That means that the U.S. forces will be down to the battalion level. They will not be on the front line.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the Pentagon. 2 Chinese astronauts are on their way to an experimental space station. China launching the pair into space this morning. They'll spend 30 days aboard the core module of a planned orbital station. A major milestone for a popular TV show. The Simpsons airing its 600th episode last night on the Fox television network. The animated sitcom now just behind Gunsmoke, which aired 635 episodes over its 20-year run. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Don't miss out on the sounds of life. Earfinity can help. At Earfinity, we treat hearing loss as a medical problem. That's why you'll see a medical doctor. Earfinity was created and staffed by ENT physicians and hearing specialists. At Earfinity, we're not here to sell you hearing aids. We just want to sell you good hearing. Visit earfinity.com or see us just off Whitesburg Drive behind Crestwood Medical Center. Don't miss out. At Earfinity, we're not here just for hearing aids. We're here for good hearing.
Wildfires, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, a crashing economy. Are you ready? At best, your local stores have a 3-day supply of food. Will your family have to fight over what's left? Are you willing to gamble your family's safety that it'll never happen to you? Be wise and be ready with 25-year shelf life Wise Food Storage. Wise Food Storage provides affordable, ready-made gourmet meals with a super long 25-year shelf life. Meals like pasta Alfredo, cheesy lasagna, breakfast, dessert, drinks, and snacks. Just add water and your family is eating delicious food instead of fighting for scraps in a food riot. Try it free. Order a no-obligation free sample meal delivered right to your front door. And for a limited time, get a 10% discount and free shipping on all orders. Once done, you're set for 25 years. Be wise and be ready with Wise Food Storage. Call for your free sample now. 800-836-8244. 800-836-8244. 800-836-8244.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Compassion International.
We are beginning to see a little extra traffic now through Madison, Highway 72 westbound between US 231 and Jordan Lane. Moving out onto the interstates, we're still seeing a fairly light ride. No unusual problems. You're traveling on 65. 565 also checks out in pretty good shape. And keep in mind, we do have that ongoing construction 65 northbound between exits 340 and 354. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Almost 1 billion children around the world live in extreme poverty. You can change or even save the life of one of those kids when you become a sponsor with Compassion International. Find out how you can help at compassion.com/radio.
Gary Dobbs here talking with Stuart Tanksley of Pro Fence of the Tennessee Valley. Stuart, tell us what you do.
We build just about any kind of fence you want within reason, obviously. We try to ensure that our customers get what they pay for and they get the best value. I like to sell people on quality instead of price, but there's an old adage that says, you get what you pay for. And, that's something that we're proud to stand behind. We build a better quality product by taking extra steps and extra measures that we don't charge extra for. And, being a small business versus some of our competitors, we don't have the huge overhead.
And with lower overhead, you can pass that savings along to your customers. So give ProFence a call. Talk to Stuart Tanksley. The number is 584-0092. That's 256-584-0092. If you want a fence built right and you want to save money, you need to be talking to ProFence. Guys, when it comes to grooming, we're no longer interested in discount chains and unisex salons. Men nowadays demand the warm, personal atmosphere of the barbershop of days gone by, while enjoying man-sized leather chairs, big screen TVs, and a cold drink. Rooster's Men's Grooming Center has it all for you. They're located at 475 Providence Main Street in Huntsville. Give them a call at Rooster's Men's Grooming Center at 489-0886. If you're looking for one of the finest dining experiences in the Tennessee Valley, if you're looking for the best, absolute best steaks and the freshest seafood, look no further. Nick's Ristorante on Bailey Cove Road, south of Weatherly in Huntsville, is the place for you. Go by and see our buddy Nick and all the family there waiting to serve you with the best food that Huntsville has seen in years and years at Nick's Ristorante on Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly.
Maddie, what are you doing? How do you like the new sign? Sutton and Daughters Furniture? Does Daddy know about this? Well, we can't call it Sutton and Sons because we don't have any brothers. And besides, we've helped Daddy in the store practically since we were babies. Sutton and Daughters, that has a nice ring to it. Finally, some respect around here. Laren, this could be the start of a new trend. Either that or World War III.
The brands you trust, like Flexsteel, Hooker, and Lexington, at a price you'll love.
That's because Daddy said sell it.
Sutton Furniture.
Highway 72 in Athens.
Put Toni and Gary in your back pocket. Listen on your phone with the free iHeartRadio app.
I'm Kerry Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, and it's football season again, and that means I'll be giving away $50 cash to one lucky Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Someone before the night is through. Somebody's gonna come undone.
6:06 on the morning show. We got a lot of sound bites, a lot of things to cover, including nuclear war, according to John Podesta's leaked emails. We'll talk about that. All right, a couple of rumors.
Ooh, rumors.
Yeah, so we'll get these out of the way.
The rumor.
All right, we haven't had a chance to actually listen to the tape. So probably we won't be able to confirm the existence of this tape until tomorrow.
Okay.
We have the tape, but we haven't had a chance to listen to it.
Is this the Bill Clinton tape you were telling me
Yeah.
about? Yeah, I haven't even opened that email. Is it good?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just sent it to you. I haven't had a chance to research it.
Are you going to tell us about it?
No. I'm going to tell you what is being said, it says.
Okay.
And then we'll try to confirm it tomorrow. So right
Okay.
now it's a rumor. Although
All
we
right.
do have the tape, we haven't been able to get into the tape.
Let's just play it.
No. Oh, Lord, no.
You see, I don't have a clue what's in it.
Yeah.
So.
So allegedly on this tape
Okay.
that we're going to have to listen to after the show with permission from management, Bill Clinton says that he is an equal opportunity blanker and he has good taste. So allegedly,
then.
this is a tape, a phone conversation with Jennifer Flowers that she taped.
Oh.
She said she didn't want to release the tapes, but there's a lawsuit, so she had to release the tapes, and now they're putting the tapes out there. So allegedly, this is what he said to Jennifer Flowers, that he is a equal opportunity blanker, and that would be the F word, by the way.
Yes.
And that he's got good taste. So we'll see. The other one is from the Telegraph in the UK. Now, there have been a lot of rumors about this over time. But I have not found yet where they actually have evidence of Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin.
Oh.
But the Telegraph in the UK put it out, and so we'll just have to see what proof they have.
Do they have proof?
Well, or if they have proof, what proof it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
It'd
proof.
have to be something major for it not just to be friends, right? I mean, they'd have to have proof.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to.
Yeah. proof.
We may not want to see that proof.
Well, I mean, that's basically what they'd have to prove that.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyway, just people saying so.
That
It's not
means
enough.
nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's your two rumors for the next few days.
Supposedly, Bill Clinton told one of them.
Yeah.
You know,
don't
that-
say. Yeah, you wouldn't say
well,
that.
obviously, I wouldn't say exactly what she said,
Yeah.
Ms. Lowry.
Okay.
Give me a little more credit than that, but
yeah,
but that Hillary likes ladies.
Yeah. And
in
again,
so many words.
Again, that is
whatever, fine.
conjecture. Well, we don't have proof of it.
Well, of course not.
Yeah. So
obviously.
So we'll get to both of those. Now, how about CNN?
If you ever see the proof, you tell me about it. Do not email that to me, Tony.
I doubt seriously if we'd actually see proof of that.
Yeah, I doubt that's coming out.
Okay, so let's get to CNN and how they want to how they're trying to scare the American people. Listen to what Chris Cuomo had to say.
So interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us. And in full disclosure, let's take a look at what is in there and what it means. Joining us now, CNN.
Okay, he just lied. It is not illegal for you to look at WikiLeaks or to Google it. He said that. Now play it again. I want to parse what he had to say. Play it again.
So interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents.
All right,
it's
stop
different
right
for the
there.
media. So everything
Stop
you learn
right
about.
there. It is not illegal to possess these documents. No, it is not. It's illegal to hack somebody, and I'm not sure it's even illegal to release them. It's illegal for the hack.
Right.
That's what's illegal. But he just told the American people that if you're not media, it's illegal for you to have them.
So now
or
the
to read
media
them.
has special laws.
Yeah, so in other words, you get them from us, he said. In other words, it's illegal for you to look at them, but it's not illegal for the media to look at them. Play it one more time.
So interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
So what law is it that says it's illegal for you to possess hacked documents unless you're the media? I don't know that law. He lied.
You've been breaking the law.
He just lied. It is not illegal for you to look up.
Of course not.
But he doesn't want people. He wants you to get your information from CNN.
Yeah.
So that they can not tell you. He doesn't want you to look it up for yourself. But some people will believe that. And for them to go on the air and say, hey, it's illegal for you to possess these documents or for you to look at them, only if you get them from the media. That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Is he dumb, stupid, or did he do it on purpose?
Maybe all of the above. I don't know. But that is a lie, a flat-out lie.
Yeah.
And for him to tell their viewership...
Both of their listeners.
Their viewership
viewers.
not to look at WikiLeaks on their own, or it's illegal, like they might get put in jail for it.
Have you noticed, or have you seen the story where their viewership has gone up a little bit?
I told you that last week, that it has gone up. Yeah. So that again,
disconcerting.
this is the media trying to skew your knowledge. They don't want you to know some of the things we're about to tell you that were in the WikiLeaks documents.
Some good stuff bad stuff in there.
There's some bad stuff in there. All right, let's
juicy stuff, I guess is what.
All right, let's go to Brian. Hey, Brian.
Hey, the rumor about him and Hillary. What happened to poor Yoko Ono? Is she left out in the cold now? Hillary dumped her?
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Hillary and Yoko Ono.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Anyway, back to the other thing. No, the real stars that opened the game up for the Tide were the wide receivers blocking on the outsides for Rantzilla, because they would keep that block without holding, but it's called the hold the block to keep the corners that long. They would get out there and do an excellent job blocking. So whoever Bama's blocking coach is working with those wide receivers, he deserves a lot of kudos, because once they held that block and Rantzilla scurried around the end, he was just off on a country stroll across the pastures.
He's quick.
He's good.
I don't think we've ever really had a running quarterback per se.
No.
I know Blake Sims was close, but
they kept comparing him to Blake Sims.
Yeah, but I think this guy's a lot better, and he's young.
I never thought Blake Sims was this good.
Because then they could start running up the middle, because the defensive corners had to start cheating to the outside, and at that point it was game over. So whoever that blocking coach and those wide receivers deserve a lot of credit for that one.
And that comes from a Tennessee fan. So thank you, Brian.
Okay, y'all have a great day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. And Clarence. Hey, Clarence.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, I must say, I think I know what one of Tennessee's problems is, with all due respect. I told you on this radio program after they beat Florida that they, after the game, you'd have thought they'd won the national championship. Well, after they scored their first touchdown, which Alabama gave them, basically, I didn't think they were ever going to stop singing Rocky Top.
No.
Now, this was early in the game, and I suspect they figured the game was over. So I think one of their problems is they're too emotional when things go well.
Well, excuse me? Alabama fans are not emotional?
No, Tony, we sing the fight song, and then we go on to the next play.
Yeah, it did go on forever and ever.
It did. The whole stadium was singing Rocky Top for about 5 minutes. So I think they need to kind of act like, what did Coach Bryant once say? Act like you've been there before.
Right.
And I think it will help them. I'm just trying to give some constructive criticism. Now, on to something serious. I heard the funniest thing, Tony, at the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour on the Toni and Gary program.
Uh-oh.
When Michelle Stark comes on to read the news at 5:30, she mentioned, and I'm not saying anything bad about her, she's just reading the news, she mentioned that the bulk of the WikiLeaks emails were coming from John Podesta. Is that correct?
Well, recently the bulk have been leaked from John Podesta's email.
Last 8 or 9 releases.
Yes.
But she said John Podesta hadn't verified that they were his email.
Oh,
I heard her say that.
You're kidding.
Now, I about ran off the road when she said that.
Not only did she say John Podesta hasn't verified, she said that John Podesta say that they may have been altered.
Are you kidding? They're not furthering that garbage, are they?
Oh, yeah, she said it.
She sure as heck said it, Tony. and I just thought that was for 5:30 in the morning. That was quite amusing. I have to.
Well,
admit.
let me make it clear that they're trying to say that these were altered. They weren't altered. The ones before weren't altered. The DNC leaks weren't altered. They're not altered.
And when it comes to Michelle Stark reading,
and what are they going to say? Oh yeah, I wrote that.
When it comes to Michelle Stark reading national news, all she did was read what CBS sent her.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
She read the story that CBS put out there, regardless of what it says.
Mm-hmm.
NBC is got to be the most
egregious.
Yeah.
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 Now, I wonder if they would give Donald Trump such a consideration.
No, because it wouldn't be written that way by CBS News. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just about fell out when she said that John Podesta hadn't verified it.
Well,
oh, really? Imagine that. I'm telling you what, these people that read, and once again, I'm not saying anything about her, but these journalists just have, are beyond the pale.
Oh yeah, read WikiLeaks. It's illegal.
Did you hear the latest on WikiLeaks? Apparently, a state party, quote unquote, severed Julian Assange's internet connection on Monday morning, which I assume is today.
Yeah, I think they have it back up, but I'm not sure.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure that they're not stupid people.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they
can route
had
around
a contingency plan.
And I'm not for illegal hacking. But goodness gracious, how would we ever have known? We knew they were corrupt, but how would it ever have been proven without the WikiLeaks leak?
And for that CNN newsreader, whatever his name is,
Chris Cuomo, yeah.
Whatever, to tell us that it's illegal for us, but not for him.
I know. I was like, what?
I'm here to tell you, that doesn't sit well with tens of millions of people.
No, I mean, it really is ludicrous to think but they're going to have people who watch them that believe that it's illegal for you to possess them, but not for us. There's no law that says that.
See, Tony, it's my opinion, my sincere opinion, that over the last half century, the media has betrayed its constitutional privilege.
Yes, they have.
of a free press. And if anybody doesn't have a right to view them or whatever, it would be the likes of him.
Yes, and to say that in order to keep you from knowing or learning anything about what's in these leaks, that they're not telling you. By the way, since you had brought up Julian Assange, allegedly the rumor this morning was he was dead. So,
I heard that over the weekend.
Yeah. And because he had put some dead man keys or something like that, or somebody had on his internet leak or on his internet connection, and so they're trying to confirm whether or not he was actually killed. Or, I mean, this ought to be a movie.
Yeah,
well, I don't believe it could have been written any better.
Yeah.
Well, I have a public comment to the likes of CNN. Come and arrest me.
Come and get me. Here you go. Come and get me. That is.
Are you going to give him your bullets first?
Corey,
yeah, maybe
Clarence,
so. You never know.
No. Don't even go there. All right, Clarence, you have a great day.
Bye.
Yeah, that could be considered a threat, so we don't want to.
Oh, come on, Tony.
Well, I just don't want the black helicopters flying around the building like
They're
they were
already
last week.
here.
Well, they were last week, yeah.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault. I'm just reporting the truth. We'll be right back.
Like I said, it's your fault.
Oh, for reporting the truth. That's true.
Right.
We'll be right back.
Miss Toni and Gary? Listen to our podcast free anytime, day or night.
And check out our blog at tonyandgary.com with links to the podcast, email, iHeartRadio, listen online, and all the latest stories and video.
And like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's The Morning Show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP. It's time to think real estate, buying, selling, or renting. Carrie Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, representing 55 years of experience, says that the rental business in the Tennessee Valley is a very important factor.
It is. We provide a service of finding a rental home for a family or individual in the Tennessee Valley. We've got a good selection. And homes can include condominiums and also townhomes, any number of single-family dwellings in the area. We have a good selection, and what we encourage people to do to go to our website at rosenblumrealty.com, click the rental button, they can find the one that fits their budget. It's a great option for people that come to town brand new, trying to learn the area before they buy, or maybe someone just that's the best fit for them.
come see us at Rosenblum Realty. We'll find the rental you need.
And they find you by calling
256-539-9501.
or they'll find you on the web
at rosenblumrealty.com.
It's a Rosenblum Realty. Kerry Rosenblum, the man to talk to from Rosenblum Realty.
America is taking the lead in energy.
Leading the world in oil and natural gas production. I vote to keep it going. With the right policies, we can produce, refine, and supply
more oil and natural gas.
And more abundant energy means more affordable energy for American families.
A more secure America. Jobs.
Opportunity and economic growth.
For our children
and grandchildren.
That's why this election,
I'm voting
for American energy.
Learn more at voteforenergy.org.
Join us and become an energy voter.
Brought to you by American Petroleum Institute.
In my line of work, I'm trying to make a difference. Not $1 billion, but I want to save for the future, too. So this year, I partnered with TIAA to help me map out a plan. If I stick to it, I could have an income stream for life and maintain my lifestyle in retirement. Looks like a life of rewarding work could pay off for a lifetime.
Your personal success takes a financial partner who values it as much as you do. Learn more at TIAA.org.
You've got the control. Just type in your favorite artist and iHeartRadio creates custom stations for free. Commercial-free artist stations you control by thumbing songs up or down. iHeartRadio is free. Free to download. Free to use. That's control. Yeah. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Download and open our iHeartRadio app or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by SOS Children's Villages.
Still a fairly quiet ride, though we are picking up a little extra traffic on 72 eastbound. Just a brief slowdown between Moores Mill Road and Doug Hill Road. Other than that, keep in mind we've also got that ongoing construction on 65 northbound between Interstate 5, 65, and US 31. That's exit 354, and they are doing some road work in the median, so just take some extra caution as you travel through that area. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
War, poverty, and disaster have left millions of children around the world orphaned, abandoned, alone. When their parents can't be there, SOS Children's Villages is there in 134 countries, including the U.S. To make a difference in a child's life, go to sosusa.org.
So why do people drive from all over the Southeast to Eddie Pruitt Ford?
Tremendous savings on new Ford cars and trucks, crossovers, and SUVs.
Right now, great buys at Eddie Pruitt Ford. Great incentives from Ford Motor Company, as well as from Eddie Pruitt himself. And he's got those program vehicles with still under factory warranty mileage on them at Eddie Pruitt Ford, and you can save thousands and thousands of dollars. And at Eddie Pruitt Ford, every new Ford comes with a powertrain lifetime warranty. You heard me right. A lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Ford sold at Eddie Pruitt Ford. So do like I do and have been doing for years. I head over to Hartselle, Alabama, Highway 31 and do business with my friend Eddie Pruitt. And you'll do it too, because he'll treat you right at Eddie Pruitt Ford, Highway 31, Hartselle.
From the Exergen Temporal Thermometer Weather Center.
Now, your official WBHP Weather Center forecast.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
I'm WHNT News 19 meteorologist Ben Smith. A partly cloudy sky, very warm temperatures this afternoon. The high is 88. The record is 89 back in 1938. Tonight, mostly clear down to near 63. And tomorrow, we will likely set a record high of 89. The record is 88 back in 1926. Take my forecast at WBHP with you everywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app at WBHPAM.com.
When you sponsor through Unbound, you not only open the door to education for a young person, you empower a family to build a foundation of financial stability, empowerment, and respect. See your contribution grow into opportunity at unbound.org.
If you run a business, whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or construction, you know that commercial vans aren't one size fits all. Some vans are too small.
We're gonna have to make 2 trips.
Others too big.
Watch the top! Watch the top!
You need a van that's just right. That's where the Mercedes-Benz Metris comes in. It's the only available mid-size commercial van with unmatched safety features, a 2,500 2-pound payload, and enough cargo space to hold over 60 sheets of 4x8 drywall. It's big enough for the job, yet it's small enough to fit in your garage. It has a service interval of up to 15,000 miles and the highest residual value in its class, according to ALG. We won't give you a one-size-fits-all van. We'll do you one better, a commercial van that's sized just right for you. The 2016 midsize Metris. Mercedes-Benz. Vans born to run.
Toni and Gary sound better in HD. Listen on your HD radio at 102.1 HD2.
I'm Kerry Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, and we'd like to make that dream of home ownership a reality for you in 2016. Give us a call at 256-539-9501 or rosenblumrealty.com.
Kerry Rosenblum, Rosenblum Realty. He can make it happen for you. What's his number?
256-539-9501.
All right, so two other very interesting articles on the leaked emails. One is from Andrew McCarthy, and I'm going to give you his background in a little bit, but I want to get this in before the break.
Mm-hmm.
What he says is among the most noteworthy of the hacked emails from John Podesta's accounts is an exchange in which Podesta consults Cheryl Mills, who is Hillary Clinton's lawyer, right, and chief of staff,
right,
about the private email exchanges between President Obama and then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, if you remember, Obama said he didn't know anything about her email server until he heard it in the news.
He heard about it on the news. Yeah.
And then we reported a few weeks ago that there was proof that he had indeed emailed Clinton on her personal server using a pseudonym.
Yep. Still hadn't heard what the pseudonym is.
But
have we?
They have claimed executive privilege, so those emails cannot be released.
Yep.
Now, according to Andrew McCarthy, he said he had long maintained that the principal reason why Mrs. Clinton was not prosecuted, despite a mountain of evidence, that she committed felony mishandling of classified information,
right,
is the fact that Obama engaged in the same kind of misconduct. And so the president's use of a private, non-secure channel to discuss sensitive matters with high-level officials, that could even, and him using an alias suggests that he wasn't the only one privately emailing her. Nonetheless, the fact that the president was emailing Clinton means he not only participated in her misconduct, but also the Obama-Clinton emails would have been admissible evidence in any criminal trial of Clinton. So if that happened, then he would have been brought in to testify. And that could have been major. That would have ruined his legacy. That would have ruined everything if Obama had been brought in to testify. Now,
that would have been awesome. Must see TV.
She obviously realized that if Obama had been communicating on Clinton's non-secure server, and that if Hillary wasn't prosecuted for it, nobody would be. So according to Andrew McCarthy, when he was screaming, "This is a felony, this is a felony,"
right,
he knew once he found out about Obama emailing her that the FBI would never bring charges. The DOJ would never bring charges. Not about Hillary, it's about Obama.
So, really, what we can deduce from this is that, yes, quite obviously it's a cover-up, but I don't believe Hillary Clinton would have been protected as much as she has been had Obama not been involved.
And emailing her on her server.
Yeah. I bet if he had never I bet if there was no proof he emailed her, I bet you she'd be under the jail somewhere. Because they can't stand the Clintons.
Oh, no, they can't. So according to this email, March 4th, 2015, 8:41 p.m., it's entitled Special Category. It's a email from Podesta to Cheryl Mills asking for advice. Special category, he stated. Think we should hold emails. This is what the WikiLeaks dump shows. This is the email.
An email from John Podesta to
Cheryl Mills.
Cheryl Mills.
Her chief of staff at the time and her lawyer, and has been with the Clintons for 20 years. I mean, it's one of those.
Both of them.
Quote, think we should hold emails to and from POTUS? ? That's the heart of his executive privilege. We could get them to ask for that. They may not care, but it seems like they will. In other words, you think? Go ahead and tell POTUS that there are emails out there of them emailing back and forth, and he needs to claim executive privilege. So basically, he was suggesting to Cheryl Mills that the Obama-Clinton emails were a special category, i.e. distinct from the tens of thousands of other Clinton emails, because they involve the president, and only the president has the power to invoke executive privilege, and Podesta believed that such invocation would legitimately cover a communication between Obama and Secretary of State, which it would.
Do we know if they did or didn't turn over those emails?
They didn't turn. I don't think they did.
Okay, where are they then?
I don't know. The FBI's got to have them.
Huh?
You know they do.
No, I don't know.
Well,
what the
I think
does.
somebody. I think somebody does, because Obama did claim executive privilege.
Right.
When asked to release them, he's already done that.
You're right.
Yeah, so somebody's got them.
Yeah.
Anyway, and State Department may have them and say the president claimed executive privilege.
I'm sure those have been shredded a long time ago. There's no telling what was in them.
They bleached them, I'm sure.
I'm sure they did.
So in the timing of the March 4th Podesta emails is highly significant, because the date places it about 3 weeks after Podesta left. You remember Podesta was Obama's top advisor. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So the date places it about 3 weeks after Podesta left the White House in order to head up the Clinton presidential campaign. And the transitioning, Podesta was still involved in Oval Office doings, and the Clinton campaign was up and running, though not publicly launched. So the email occurred when both the administration and the campaign were in crisis mode at that point.
Yeah.
What to do, and he was privy to both sides of it. But instead of talking about this, or her deputy going to the FBI asking for them to change the classification of her emails on many meetings, those emails were dumped too.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of talking about that, what are we talking about?
Girls.
Yeah. All right, everybody, hang tight. We'll be right back.
Miss Toni and Gary? Listen to our podcast, free anytime, day or night.
And check out our blog at toniandgary.com with links to the podcast, email, iHeartRadio, listen online, and all the latest stories and video.
And like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Those in politics are connected through organizations such as the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateralists, the World Banking Cabal, and they don't even care anymore if you know they're playing both sides of the war effort. We hate that much that we have to pretend like we're friends on one end and enemies on the other. And hey, serving with Al-Qaeda? You've got to be kidding me. That's what's called a Luciferian agenda.
Catch Ground Zero with Clyde Lewis every weeknight from 9 until midnight on 800 and 1230 WBHP and on our free iHeartRadio app.
Hello, Americans. I'm Todd Starnes with this Fox News and Commentary next.
This is an alert. If your business or church is building this year, you're about to pay more than you should. And this could mean thousands of dollars more for your office, retail space, church, or warehouse. A General Steel building can save you as much as half the cost and time of similar conventional construction. And we're offering rebates of up to $20,000 to help you build today. Call General Steel for free information that could save you thousands. Call 800-98-STEEL. 800-98-STEEL. That's 800-987-8335.
In 2013, a small family bakery in northwestern Oregon refused to make a cake for a lesbian wedding. That decision led to a 3-year legal battle, which continues. Aaron and Melissa Klein were eventually punished by the state of Oregon, fined $135,000. That was the price they had to pay for refusing to violate their conscience. Recently, the Kleins were forced to close their beloved bakery for good. Aaron and Melissa Klein faced unrelenting attacks from the LGBT community. Their business was boycotted. They were bullied. Their children received death threats. The Kleins were literally run out of business by an anti-Christian homo-fascist mob. It's hard to believe this could happen in the land of the free, the home of the brave, but we live in a nation that pledges its allegiance to the rainbow flag, not the American flag. We live in a nation where gay rights trump everyone else's rights. I'm Todd Starnes.
When a customer calls Hiller, we ask, how can we make you happy today? And when you work for Hiller, you're treated with the exact same level of care. We hire the right people and treat them the right way, training extensively and promoting from within.
I started at Hiller 9 years ago as a tech, and now I'm a team leader, and I wouldn't work anywhere else.
So if you want to be part of a professional team that helps you be the best at what you do, give us a call or visit hillerishiring.com and see how we can make you happy today.
Attention floor buyers, the 5th annual Fall Flooring Yard Sale is going on now at Lumber Liquidators. It's your chance to get hundreds of first quality floors at unbelievable closeout prices while supplies last, like gorgeous pre-finished hardwood and bamboo from an incredible $129. Popular wood look tile and vinyl plank are almost half off, and get North American and European laminate packages from just 29 cents. Hurry in for more yard sale deals at your local store, plus special financing. Don't miss these limited time deals. Get to the Fall Flooring Yard Sale at Lumber Liquidators today.
Napa Know-How.
The Napa Know-How 99-cent reusable bag is like any old bag. It has handles, it stores stuff. But if you put stuff your car needs from Napa into an ordinary bag, you won't get 20% off. You can only get 20% off in a Napa reusable bag, now just 99 cents. Check and mate ordinary bags. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Some restrictions apply. Offer expires 10/31/16.
Damp Rid Moisture Absorber is the all-natural way to absorb excess moisture in closets, bathrooms, and basements, so air is cleaner and drier, clothes smell fresher, and everyone can breathe easier. Damp Rid Moisture Absorber. Find a retailer near you at damprid.com.
The Liosi Group has been taking care of your office needs for over 40 years. They've also been saving 95% of their customers' money and improving efficiency. In this economy, people don't want to think about buying office equipment, but the Liosi Group is reducing hard dollar cost for their customers. How? The machines do more and cost less. Lexmark copiers revolutionize how copies, prints, scans, and faxes are made. Don't be afraid to check into saving your company money. The Liosi Group is where you'll receive quality service guaranteed, response time guaranteed. That means guaranteed satisfaction. Call the Liosi Group to start reducing your office costs today.
Service, extraordinary service. Just ask anyone. 650-4150. LIOCE.
It's home improvement time.
Brighten up your home, outdoors or indoors, with Inline Lighting, one of our great team of home experts right here in the Tennessee Valley. Their showroom is one of the top 10 in the nation, and they have an amazing array of LEDs that can save you money. Look for Inline Lighting at WBHPAM.com. Keyword Home Experts.
Hey, it's George Norrie from Coast to Coast AM. It's not easy being a business owner. I get it. What I don't get is why you're not advertising with iHeartMedia. People are listening to us. So get heard, be loved. Call 844-BUY-RADIO or go to iHeartMedia.com.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by the Better Business Bureau.
Well, the interstates check out in pretty good shape, but as we scope out the secondary roads, we are beginning to pick up just a little extra volume on Memorial Parkway southbound between Meridian Street and Winchester Road. Also northbound between Whitesburg Drive and Martin Road. And out on Highway 72 traveling eastbound, you'll slow it down just briefly between Jordan Lane and US 231, and again between Moores Mill Road and Doug Hill Road. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Got sensitive documents or electronics you need to dispose of? No problem. Drive up and drop them off this Saturday at the Better Business Bureau's Shred Day in Huntsville at Redstone Federal Credit Union on Wind Drive from 8:30 to noon. For more information, contact the North Alabama Better Business Bureau.
The Train Comfort Specialist. He's so reliable that buses set their schedules to him. Once, he was the best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable Train Comfort Specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
And now with new technology to combat bacteria, viruses, and allergens, will be even harder to stop. I'm Bo Thomas, and I am your Train Comfort Specialist. Call Thomas HVAC today, 256-858-4822, or go to coolhuntsville.com.
Speed limit 55. Right turn only. Exit here. With some signs, it's clear what you're supposed to do. But heart attack warning signs aren't always this obvious. They can feel like arm pain, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue. If you experience the warning signs, call 911 and know that you can count on the accredited chest pain center at Crestwood Medical Center for nationally recognized heart care.
In the market for a new or pre-owned RV? Let us help you. Hi, this is Chase with Bankston Motorhomes. For over 46 years, my family has helped thousands of people just like you enjoy the RVing lifestyle. Whether you are taking a trip to the beach, exploring the West, tailgating, or just going on a weekend trip with your family, we have something for you. View all of our inventory online at bankstonmotorhomes.com or stop by any of Bankston's 5 locations here in North Alabama and Southern Tennessee.
Glenn Beck, mornings 8 to 11.
I'm telling you, you will laugh, you will cry, you will feel, you will freak out.
WBHP.
I'm Kerry Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, and it's football season again, and that means I'll be giving away $50 cash to one lucky Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Here we go. Somebody's going to win some cash this morning. So,
two somebodies.
Two somebodies are going to win cash.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you've got to go to our blog, ToniandGary.com, to get it all figured out. So, who wins $100 in cash from Bo Thomas HVAC? First place winner is? I don't have it here, so who is it?
Glenda Yarbrough.
Congratulations, Linda. Yeah, I couldn't find that piece of paper. Along with these other ones. All right, second place winner from $50 in cash from Kerry Rosenblum Realty is
Judy Wilson.
Judy Wilson. Hey, the women do it again. How about that?
How about that?
All the entries go into the barrel at the end of the season. We'll draw for this tactical Revere 23 gun safe from Haley's Flooring and Interior. You can see it on our blog at ToniandGary.com. So, what games are we going to pick for this week? Let me see. Of course, Texas A&M, Alabama, right?
We got some good ones. That's right.
Arkansas, Auburn, Ole Miss, LSU, and what?
So Texas A&M, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Ole Miss, LSU. Oh, you know what? I marked Tennessee State, Vanderbilt. I thought that said Tennessee. So we don't want to watch that mess.
No, we don't want to see that.
I guess Mississippi State, Kentucky.
I guess that's what it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
All right, so the 4 games for this week, Texas A&M, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Tennessee State, Vanderbilt, and Ole Miss, LSU. So go to our blog at ToniandGary.com.
You know, all of these games are going to be good.
They are going to be good.
All the 4 games we picked.
So those will be posted. Then it says click here to submit your picks. You tell us who you think is going to win by how many points. Whoever gets closest, again, wins $100 in cash. Mm-hmm. From Bo Thomas HVAC, second place, $50 in cash. From Kerry Rosenblum Realty. Don't forget to put football picks in the subject line. Don't forget your name and phone number, so in case you win, we can call you. And that's how we play. Every Monday, we'll announce that week's winner, that weekend's winner, and we'll go on to the next game.
Do you know that there are 8 SEC teams in the top 25?
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Oh, it seemed like there should be more.
Well, I mean, there are a few slots where there is no SEC team in it.
But not many?
8 in the top 25. That's huge.
All right, let's go to the phone and talk to Mary. Hey, Mary.
Good morning. Y'all doing all right this morning?
Uh-huh. Doing good?
Good, hon. I just want to get qualified.
You're in there. And Roger?
Good morning.
Hey, Roger.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. How about that? That was big.
Hey, did anybody predict that much of a blowout?
I don't think nobody, correct me if I'm wrong, Corey, but nobody got all the games right this week. Is that correct?
No, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Nobody got all the games right this week. Is that correct?
No, they
not
did
a single person got the games right.
Nope.
And it was mostly Vandy that messed everybody up.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Vandy and the Ole Miss game.
And the Ole Miss game, yeah. So not one person got all the games right.
Nope.
Roger? Uh-oh. Where'd Roger go?
Roger's had a bad connection. He's dropped 2 or 3 times.
All right, let's go to Royce. Hey, Royce.
Good morning. You know, we talk about 8 teams in the top 25. I bet they're in the lower part of the 25. How far did Tennessee fall?
Well, let's see. Tennessee fell to number 18.
After getting embarrassed by the University of Alabama.
And, 9 to 18. That's a pretty big fall. LSU brings up the rear at number 25. Auburn's 23. Ole Miss. I'm sorry. Auburn's 21. Ole Miss 23. Arkansas went back up to 17. Florida's 15. A&M 6. And the good old Alabama
and A&M are the two shining stars of the SEC conference. I don't know if we can brag about any of the rest of them.
Well, they are in the top 25.
Will be the tell of where Alabama stands. Looking forward to that game a lot.
But Royce, they are in the top 25.
Excuse me?
They are in the top 25.
Yeah.
Even if they're the lower end of the 25, they're top 25.
Yeah, they're just not strong teams this year. We're a little top heavy. But let me give you some encouraging news. Well, after I say I'm very tired of Tom Brokaw and his American moments, they are driving me crazy. His partisanship is really showing big time some of the smart remarks he's making. But anyway, I work here at First Baptist, a lady who works at the church here. Her name is Angelina. Right now, she is in Atlanta taking her citizenship test.
Very good.
And so everybody's praying for and encouraging her. We've been asking her questions for months now, going over the test, and she is there to do it the right way and to become an American citizen.
There you go. Do it the right way. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
Exactly. Have a great day.
And welcome to America, right?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
Thank you, Royce.
Bye-bye.
We have a special guest in studio. Major Brett McElroy is with us. He's the Corps officer for the Salvation Army. And good morning, Brett. How are you?
Good morning.
Is it? Do I call you Major or?
Call me whatever you want. Brett is my name.
Brett.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be disrespectful.
There you go.
So there's this that happens every single year, and people have a chance to get involved. But we really wanted to shine a light on Angel Tree this year. So tell us about it.
Well, it's a really unique program because when you adopt a child from the Salvation Army Angel Tree, it's a real child. So the unique thing is you're not just buying a gift for some kid, you're buying a gift for that child, that very specific child. So if you select a child whose name is Anna, you're buying a gift for Anna. And it's an adoption program. So it is kind of unique. It's not just a toy drive. It's an adoption program where we're actually helping underprivileged children with Christmas.
Now, when you, on the tree itself is a card, right?
Yeah.
And it says something about the child?
Yes, it usually has, if it's a boy or a girl, it'll have clothing sizes, and it'll have a toy wish or maybe something that the child has asked for Christmas. Yeah, and there's all kinds of different things, and and what you can do is you can kind of look around the tree. You can find a child that you just sort of identify with, and you really adopt that child and try to help that child have the best Christmas they can have.
We talk about this a lot on this show that individual help. Is what we advocate.
Right.
It is great to give to organizations and everything, but if you have somebody in your community that needs your help,
right,
you need to help that person individually.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing with the Angel Tree. When you're picking a child, not taking away, like you say, from the toy drives and everything.
Right.
But when you can look at the tree and you find a child, like you say, that you identify with, and you can see exactly what it is they want, what they need, how old they are, you're right. It's a person. It's a real person that needs help.
That's right, and you get really emotionally involved in the process. I mean, the likelihood is that child will get. I mean, whatever you purchase for that child is probably what they will get for Christmas.
That's it.
And we do, we have toy drives and we have supplemental toys that come in, and we always add to it and try to make it the very best that we can be. But it is unique in that sense that you are helping a real child, and we're a group of volunteers that get together, and we are sort of a pass-through agency when it comes to Angel Tree. We take your gift and we connect it to the child that has the need. So it's unique in that way.
Now, where are the Angel Trees?
You can find them, really, Parkway Place Mall is the main Angel Tree. Now, there are organizations and there are businesses and corporations who will say, we'll take 50 angels, we'll take 20 angels, and they establish their own Angel Tree, but primarily go to Parkway Place Mall, and that's where you can, if you just want to adopt an angel, that's where you go.
Where at the mall?
In Huntsville, sorry.
No, I mean, is it in individual stores or is it in the middle?
No, it's down on the end, and it's towards the Belk end of the mall.
The mall.
Yes.
And so that's where and how many angels do you have on the tree?
We will help over 2,000 children this year.
2,000?
So this particular tree, it depends on what day you come. Every day, as angels are being taken off the tree, we're constantly putting new angels back on there.
Back on it.
Yeah.
So you could actually go every week or so and get a new angel if you wanted to.
You really could, yeah.
How about
sure
that?
could.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk more about Angel Tree and everything else that's going on when we get back, so don't go away.
Listen to Toni and Gary on your smartphone.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
Well, the interstates check out in pretty good shape, but as we scope out the secondary roads, we are beginning to pick up just a little extra volume on Memorial Parkway southbound between Meridian Street and Winchester Road. Also northbound between Whitesburg Drive and Martin Road. And out on Highway 72 traveling eastbound, you'll slow it down just briefly between Jordan Lane and US 231, and again between Moores Mill Road and Doug Hill Road. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
There's a girl in El Salvador who dreams of becoming an engineer. There's an elder in Uganda who dreams of having a community to call his own. No two dreams are the same. Help one person achieve theirs at unbound.org.
If you have been arrested for DUI, plead not guilty and call us. You have the right to a lawyer. If they take your driver's license, call us. We can get it back. I'm attorney Russell Crumbly. Get answers to your legal questions now by calling 855-256-LAWS. The Tennessee Valley Law Call Program is a free service for you and can help you with answers to your legal questions. Call 855-256-LAWS now.
Powered by Crumbly Law Firm and WBHP.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Imagine a fall weekend where stories are told. Tales that are in the old. Adventures and mysteries and laughter abound. And stories that spook you and legends are found. Escape to a place where words come to life. Where smiles and frights are a storyteller's delight. Bring your folks to the Courthouse Square and spark their imagination with a story they'll share.
The 10th Annual Athens Storytelling Festival, October 18th through 22nd.
For tickets and information, visit athensstorytellingfestival.com.
This is Gary Sullivan. Hope you'll join me in a little home improvement talk this Sunday afternoon at 3 here on WBHP.
I'm Stuart Tanksley with Pro Fence of the Tennessee Valley. Add value, beauty, and security with a new fence for your home or business. Call us at 256-584-0092 or visit us on the web at profencellc.com.
Stuart Tanksley, building fences all over the Tennessee Valley. Call him. His phone number is
256-584-0092.
All right, so just a reminder on the angel tree, they don't put the tree up until the 11th of November. So you have some time to make your plans.
Sure.
And then it comes the last day is December 7th, and they start distributing. So we'll talk more to the major about that in just a minute. Let's get to Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Rocket Top, go Vols.
Go Vols. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Walkie Top or Rocky Top this weekend? They got embarrassed, didn't they?
Well, I think everybody kept saying that was the game that was going to be the strong game. But again, they were without a lot of players. I'm going to give them that. But they didn't quite look as strong as they had the week before.
Well, that's what happens when you play the number one team in the country.
Yeah. It didn't look well.
No, it didn't.
No.
I'm sorry. Did anybody on the picks pick Alabama to win by about 40?
By how many?
40?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
And
nobody got all the games right.
Yeah, it looks like the largest was probably 30. Alabama by 30.
What game did most people miss?
The Vandy game.
Vandy, Georgia. Yeah. Ole Miss, Arkansas was missed a lot too. But
yeah,
Vandy,
I would
Georgia
probably miss the Vandy game too, but I had Alabama winning by 40.
Jamie,
I'd done one, so I didn't send it in.
Jamie, even though you've already won, you can still send in because that's just one more entry into the barrel
for the safe.
For the safe.
Everybody's allowed one entry a week.
I do need to do that, but I'm going to win the state anyway. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, with just one entry.
Well,
that's all
good.
it's going to take.
Yeah.
That's good.
He only needs one.
Because a lot of times people ask, are you asking for people's prayers? No, I do often, but I thought it was only one is all it takes.
That's right.
One prayer? Oh,
Yep.
well, I'm on the other end of that spectrum.
Yeah, well, I need all I can get.
Me too. Got to go, Jamie.
See you, bye.
All right. And Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, just calling to say good morning and get qualified.
You're in there, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. So one of the leaked emails from John Podesta talked about nuclear war is coming because of the Iranian deal.
Because of the deal?
Because of the deal.
Okay.
Now we have the Houthi rebels.
The Houthis, yeah.
Houthis, whatever they're called, in Yemen firing on our ships. Who supplies the missiles to those rebels? The Iranians.
Yep.
Bring home the fun.
Play casino games on your PC.
These are the same games you play at the casino,
but you can play them at home.
To get you started, here's an offer that'll save you 40% off your entire order.
Go to Phantom EFX. Choose your games and enter promo code iHeart at checkout.
PhantomEFX.com. Promo code iHeart at checkout.
Play casino games at home.
And save 40% at PhantomEFX.com. Promo code iHeart.
Right now, there's a girl in India who has dreams bigger than her village. Right now, there's an elder in Guatemala who dreams of a life of greater dignity and less loneliness. You can help change the future of one person in a single moment. Begin the change at unbounded.org.
The third and final presidential debate takes place Wednesday night in Las Vegas. This is Jeff McKinney. Join us for complete coverage and analysis on NBC News Radio.
Complete debate coverage begins Wednesday night at 7 on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Say good morning to Janet Kincherlow Martin, Calhoun Community College. Let's talk truck driving.
Yes, truck drivers are needed. And we are the place to come and get your CDL training, certified driver's license training, and then they can also take their test. And our program is quite respected. Our folks do quite well. And when they go through that program, they are prepared to be truck drivers. And truck drivers, they make a lot of money. And a lot of people, that's the lifestyle that I think is growing in popularity because you sort of kind of can set your own times. And so, yes, if they want to come and get that first step toward truck driver training, then they can come to Calhoun Community College.
And there's a lot of women now that are truck drivers.
As a matter of fact, a woman runs our program. So, yes, you will come. And she's very tough, I understand. I mean, I've talked to her several times, and she's quite tough. I mean, she doesn't play around because she's there. It's all about business. And so she makes sure that when they leave, they are prepared to go out on the road.
And get a job.
Yes, and get a job.
And it's all at Calhoun Community College.
Log on to calhoun.edu to register today.
This is WBHP Huntsville, WHOS Decatur, and WDRM FM HD2 Decatur, an iHeart radio station.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. The long-awaited military operation to drive ISIS from Iraq's second-largest city is underway.
U.S.-led airstrikes are backing the offensive. It's expected to be Iraq's toughest battle since U.S. troops left nearly 5 years ago. ISIS has held Mosul since 2014. It's unclear how long the offensive will take.
Fox's Jessica Gallagher. Police in Hillsborough, North Carolina, investigating the firebombing of a local Republican Party office. No one was hurt, however.
The director for the North Carolina Republican Party is asking for more security for other offices.
It is meant to scare and intimidate.
No suspects have been identified.
Fox's Kelly Wright, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton both condemning the attack. A trial starts today in the lawsuit of a former Penn State assistant football coach who provided evidence to convict child molester Jerry Sandusky. Mike McCurry says Penn State unfairly refused to renew his contract. Fox News. We report, you decide.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
We continue seeing a slow ride on Memorial Parkway southbound between Meridian Street and Winchester Road. Also getting a bit heavier out on Memorial Parkway northbound between Whitesburg Drive and Martin Road. And again on US 31 southbound between Sparkman Street and Highway 36. Other than that, the interstates still check out in pretty good shape. No unusual delays on Interstate 65 or 565. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving supports victims of drunk driving, drug driving, and underage drinking at no charge. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. That's MADD.org.
Say good morning to Mary Lawrence, Sonoma's Mortgage, First Commercial Bank. So, Mary, talk to me about a remodeling loan.
What happens a lot of times is a home is a great home. It's got good bones, but you want to fix the inside. Maybe it hasn't been updated in 20 years, and you want to add new floor coverings. You want to add new appliances. So with a remodeling loan, you can do all of that in with the purchase of the property, or you can do it in a refinance mode.
So if I'm buying the home and I want to remodel the home before I move in it, you have a loan for that.
Right. We can do it all in one.
And if I'm refinancing and I want to remodel my home, then you can work that out too.
Correct. A little bit different scenario, but same end product for you.
And a lot of people are remodeling right now. They're remodeling, or they're adding an outdoor kitchen, or they're redoing a bathroom.
Well, some of the most coveted areas in Huntsville have older homes.
Call Mary Lawrence today on her cell phone, 256-755-1008. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. NMLS number 180085.
Talking with Bo Thomas of Thomas HVAC, your train comfort specialist. Tell us about the new technology, Bo.
Well, Gary, this is the same technology. It's been used on airplanes for decades. It's been used to keep out dust, bacteria, viruses, allergens, and now we have it available for your home and your office.
So how does it work?
What we do, we install it into your system, so as it's running, we get a chance to filter the air throughout the whole house.
Well, Bo, what about the people who use humidifiers?
We've got that covered too. We've got a humidifier we'll install in the system so we can affect the entire house, and we can get rid of those bowls that are sitting over in the corner and eliminate using them in a room-by-room basis. Imagine all day and all night while you're sleeping, the air in your home is being cleaned so you get the best air quality in every room 24 hours a day.
How do they get a hold of you, Bo?
Call us at 256-858-4822 or find us online at coolhuntsville.com.
In 1970, Bankston Motorhomes was founded by Mr. Bankston here in Huntsville, Alabama. For over 46 years, Bankston Motorhomes has helped thousands of families across the Southeast enjoy the RVing lifestyle. Mr. Bankston and his family are still to this day working at the Huntsville dealership, ensuring that everyone has a great experience. Come on by our Huntsville location off Jordan Lane to view the largest selection in the Southeast and talk with one of our many industry experts, or view our inventory from the comfort of your home at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
If money's tight at your house, find out how to achieve financial peace with Dave Ramsey. Weekdays 11 to 2 on WBHP.
Hey, this is Bo Thomas with Thomas HVAC Company. It's football season. That means I'll be giving away $100 in cash to one Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
It's 7:05 on the morning show. All right, trivia. I like to keep some of these for a year and then bring them back out and see if you remember. So we're looking for fictional characters. I'll give you a clue for the first word and a clue for the second word. Each answer is 2 words.
Okay.
Tire changing need is the first word.
Okay.
Second word, common songbird. So tire changing need, first word, and common songbird. We're looking for a fictional character. Or NCAA tournament month and
I got that one.
And loser to the tortoise. Loser to the tortoise. We're looking for a fictional character.
This is a name?
It's a fictional character. It is a fictional character.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I don't like this one.
A boy's best friend is his blank and Maverick's partner in Top Gun.
Oh, good grief.
Maverick's partner in Top Gun. One more.
Just Google when you need it.
That's cheating. He sold the Louisiana Territory to Jefferson.
Yeah.
He sold the Louisiana Territory to Jefferson and an Alfred Nobel invention.
Oh, I know one.
Well, finally. All right, phone numbers are
256-534-3521 And 309-2313.
In the WikiLeaks email to John Podesta, the campaign chairman of the Hillary Clinton campaign, special advisor to Obama, this is the email from Senator Kirk of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
This agreement, talking about the Iranian deal, condemns the next generation to cleaning up a nuclear war in the Persian Gulf. This is the greatest appeasement since Chamberlain gave Czechoslovakia to Hitler. That was the email sent to John Podesta. John Podesta's reply?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yup. Y-U-P. Yup.
Wow.
So they actually expect a nuclear war. I mean, that's what they're saying. And we paid the Iranian regime as much as $33.6 billion in cash and gold payments, not counting the $100 billion, not counting all the businesses that can now do business in Iran. Really?
I bet that email has not been talked about at all.
Let me read this again.
Go ahead.
To John Podesta, quoting Senator Kirk of Illinois, this agreement, talking about the Iranian deal, condemns the next generation of Americans, our kids and grandkids,
right,
to cleaning up a nuclear war in the Persian Gulf. This is the greatest appeasement since Chamberlain gave Czechoslovakia to Hitler, and John Podesta's reply is, yup. Yup. Wow. So what's happening today? Well, for the last week or so, we've had missiles fired upon our ships in the Persian Gulf.
We have.
And around Yemen. And so,
you know, Yemen, that bastion of civility that Barack Obama paraded around is, see, I'm sending all these terrorists from Gitmo to Yemen and they're all fine.
Well, you know, and what he was talking about, too, was the fact that there was somebody in charge of Yemen who actually was halfway pro-American.
That's right.
And he was saying, look what we've done, look what we've done. And then what happened?
He was overthrown.
The Houthi rebels kicked him out.
Yes, they did.
Took over the country.
And so this is that. We were here first.
Yeah, the Iranians are giving them missiles, and now they're
firing at us.
The USS
Iranian
Mason.
Missiles. Yeah.
The USS, let's see, what was it?
I was confused about that, too.
The Ponce.
The Ponce.
Yes. So they're all patrolling in the strait, which connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden, where all this is happening. And
very important.
And they're firing on us.
Shipping strait,
and
by the way.
They're firing on us. Wow. The Iranians are giving them the missiles to do that.
Well, we took out 3 of their radar sites over the weekend, too.
Is that going to help?
A little bit.
We hope.
A little bit.
Another one. This is really amazing for him to actually say this. So Podesta, in one of his emails, said, it would have been better if San Bernardino terrorists were named Chris Hayes, not Saeed Farouk. In other words, if they had been white...
Been a white fella, everything been all right.
And if they had been white Republicans, oh my gosh, that would have been the best, right?
Could have blamed it on Christianity.
So here he is in email saying... the reason he said Chris Hayes is because the MSNBC reporter Chris Hayes had identified one of the shooters as Saeed Farouk. And when he did that, Podesta wrote, better if a guy named Saeed Farouk was reporting that a guy named Christopher Hayes was the shooter.
Chris Hayes was the fellow that Hillary Clinton read her answers to, by the way. It was his show where she where she read a script of answers.
Yeah, It was all pre-scripted. Yep. So many of these things are already pre-scripted in the teleprompter.
Yeah.
You know, that is really amazing. But no,
I can't believe.
But nobody's talking about it.
Well, I always say I can't believe when I know good and well I do believe. I can believe, and I do believe it. But it's amazing. It still amazes me, I guess is what I should say.
The corruption?
The way the media is burying this stuff.
They are burying it.
These emails are huge.
They are. But they're not talking about it.
Nope.
We'll tell you what they are talking about when we come back from the break. But I want to, again, introduce you to Major Brett McElroy. He's a Corps officer.
Me out, Tony.
For the Salvation Army. Sorry. And we're talking about the angel tree. Now, a couple of things. It's important for you to know that the angel tree is not up yet. It won't be up until
Yeah, it'll go up November the 11th, which is Friday, and that's on the Dillard's end of Parkway Place Mall in Huntsville.
And it's up until the 7th of December?
That's right.
So you have a very short time frame to go pick an actual child.
Yeah.
To get something for Christmas.
That's
and it
right.
goes to that child, that particular child that you get off the tree.
Yeah, and that's the unique thing about the program. When you adopt a child from the angel tree, you're adopting a real child who's going to receive the gifts that you give them, and that's really cool.
So important. Now, how did you come to Huntsville?
Well, I was transferred here with the Salvation Army, and so I've been with the Salvation Army now going on about 19 years, and I've really been all over the place. It would take up a lot of time to explain all those places, but I was transferred here from Charlotte, and before that I was in Myrtle Beach and Conway, South Carolina for 5 years.
Have you been overseas?
Not with the Salvation Army. With the U.S. Navy I was. But
well, I knew there was something in there.
Yeah.
So where were you stationed?
I was on the USS Wasp. And we were in the Gulf War in 91, 92, was in Somalia, Kuwait, those areas.
Well, I bet you have some stories to tell.
Oh, yes, yeah. We were at sea for 98 days, never even saw land. We were just at sea. All you could see was water for like 3 months.
Oh, my gosh. Well, then these attacks on the destroyers probably...
You know, that... Whenever you're on the ship, you never think that those things are going to happen. I mean, you're just out there doing your job. Sometimes you don't even know why you're there. That's the way it was with us, anyway. I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak from my own experience. But you're out there and you just do what you're told to do and keep morale up and have a good time and play cards and clean the ship and do your job. You know.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, you're sitting there playing cards, all of a sudden a missile goes overhead. I mean, you know, that would be a little.
Yeah.
Shocking, I think.
And they're trained and they're ready for those things to happen.
Of course they are. Yeah. Of course they are. That's
Now,
why they haven't been hit yet.
Now, Tony, here's something Brett hasn't told you. Now, Brett and I have met before.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
Because I did a remote out at the Salvation Army on Madison or on Hughes Road
on
in
Hughes
Madison.
Road, yeah.
And Brett and I worked together there. What Brett hasn't shared with you is that he is an actual pastor as well.
Are you really?
That's right.
And
yeah.
where?
With the Salvation Army.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't realize it, but the Salvation Army is sort of a parachurch organization. So we are not only a nonprofit organization, but we have a Christian and religious mission. And our mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and meet human need in His name without discrimination. Wow. So that's what the Salvation Army is, and that's what we do. And the Angel Tree program, the fundraising efforts that we do is part of this. Yeah, the bell ringers, man, that's just all part of our social aspect where we try to meet the physical needs of people. But, you know, we also offer Sunday school at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11. We have Bible studies on Wednesday night. We have a recovery program on Thursday night. All this is on 2114 Oakwood Avenue in Huntsville.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So you actually have a standalone building.
Yes.
You have a building where you actually had church.
And we have a chapel, and yesterday we had around 70 people. And we have a recovery program, what we call a CSRC. And we have about 23 guys right now that are in recovery. We have about 85 beds total. 23 of those are for the CSRC, but we, provide shelter for women and men, and have a soup kitchen, feed 150 meals a day, roughly, at the soup kitchen.
Oh, that's great!
I learned so much stuff
from the remote you did.
The Saturday I spent with him. It's amazing what the Salvation Army does that you never hear about.
Yeah, because usually you just hear bell ringers.
Bell ringers and angel trees.
And angel trees. Mm-hmm. Now, the place on Hughes Road in Madison.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, that's a thrift store, and proceeds from the sales go back into Salvation Army ministry. So whenever you either donate something to the store or make a purchase, the proceeds from that, number one, it provides jobs, so we have employees, and then the surplus is a funding source. So we're looking at probably 20% of that going back into Salvation Army services and programs.
Oh, wow.
In this area.
In this area. In
Madison, Huntsville, the greater Madison County area.
So it stays here.
That's right, yeah.
That's important to people.
Yeah.
It stays here. Well, thank you so much, and we're going to touch base with you again as we get closer to kickoff.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it. God bless you.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Imagine me
On your smartphone, download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And listen on your computer free anywhere in the world.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
America is taking the lead in energy,
leading the world in oil and natural gas production. I vote to keep it going. With the right policies, we can produce, refine, and supply
more oil and natural gas.
And more abundant energy means more affordable energy for American families.
A more secure America.
Jobs, opportunity, and economic growth for our children
and grandchildren.
That's why this election,
I'm voting
for American energy.
Learn more at voteforenergy.org.
Join us and become an energy voter.
Brought to you by American Petroleum Institute.
I've been teaching organic chemistry for the last 17 years, so I'm pretty good with complex calculations. But when I started thinking about my retirement, I was pretty stumped. Luckily, I have TIAA as my financial partner. Together, we retrosynthetically analyzed my financial future, which is organic chem speak for we figured it out.
Your personal success takes a financial partner who values it as much as you do. Learn more at TIAA.org.
Gary Dobbs here along with Carrie Rosenblum of Rosenblum Realty in Huntsville. 55 years of serving the Tennessee Valley, 4 generations. You know, Carrie, this is a pretty good market to think about investing in real estate.
It's an excellent time to do that, Gary. We invest in ourselves and buying our own home, but also buying that one other rental property or maybe even 12 or 15 in the future does a great thing in providing you a tax shelter now with your current income. It provides you a better rate of return. You know, the CDs aren't paying that much at the bank now.
Right.
So you get a better rate of return, a safer investment than maybe some stock market investments. And again, even retirement income in the future. So there's a lot of good reason to look at real estate, short-term or long-term, and to get a good return on your money.
If folks are interested in investing in this market, they need to talk to you and your staff. So tell them how to get a hold of you.
Please call us at 256-539-9501 or visit us on our web at rosenblumrealty.com.
Carrie Rosenblum, Rosenblum Realty, 55 years experience.
Get the latest info on Auburn Tiger sports from those most in the know every Thursday night on Tiger Talk. Host Rod Bramlett will take you inside Auburn athletics for the real inside story and give you a chance to call in and ask about what's on your mind. Go inside the locker room and behind the headlines with Tiger Talk. Thursday nights at 8. Brought to you in part by Tennessee Valley Fence on the Valley's Big Talker. 800 and 1230 WBHP. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer.
Watch for an accident right now, Memorial Parkway southbound at Winchester Road. That is causing some delays there. Also on 65 northbound, that ongoing construction in the median. That's between exits 340 and 354. And we are beginning to see a little extra traffic. Memorial Parkway, and this is traveling southbound between US 231 and US 72. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
When buying a thermometer, trust over 60 published studies supporting the accuracy of the Exergen Temporal Scanner. Your family deserves the best. The Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer. Pick one up at your local Club Warehouse or other fine retailers today.
Talking with Andy Jones of Last Resort Guns, County Line Road in Madison, a variety of pistol courses offered at Last Resort. Andy, tell us about that.
Yes, we're trying to come up with a number of different ways that we can reach out to people and help educate them as part of our classes. We've started running an introduction to pistol shooting class, which is primarily aimed at beginner shooters or those with not very much confidence or experience of actually shooting a handgun. And it's the shooting element, so it's going in the range and having some instruction on stance and aiming and actually getting the experience and practice with an instructor to go through the shooting. We've also started an NRA course which is called the First Steps, and it's specific to a handgun type, be it a revolver or a pistol, which is how it allows us to limit the time. And then of course we've got the NRA Basic Pistol class, and that covers all forms of handguns.
Visit Last Resort Guns in Madison on County Line Road just south of Palmer Road, or give them a call today, 256-774-5741. That's Last Resort Guns.
From the Exergen Temporal Thermometer Weather Center.
Now, your official WBHP Weather Center forecast.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
I'm WHNT News 19 meteorologist Ben Smith. A partly cloudy sky, very warm temperatures this afternoon. The high is 88. The record is 89 back in 1938. Tonight, mostly clear down to near 63. And tomorrow, we will likely set a record high of 89. The record is 88 back in 1926. Take my forecast at WBHP with you everywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app at WBHPAM.com.
If you're involved in youth or high school sports, you need to know about Positive Coaching Alliance. PCA is a national nonprofit organization developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. For more information, visit positivecoach.org.
Hey everyone!
This is Life Tips with Geico.
Life Tip 1. You can use a razor to shave those little lint balls off your sweatshirt or jacket.
Speaking of jackets, try wearing yours backwards. You could use the hood as a convenient snack trough.
Life Tip 2. Switch to Geico and you could save hundreds on your car insurance. On top of that, the Geico Insurance Agency could help save you money on home and renter's insurance. Geico. Get savings into your life. Visit geico.com today.
Napa know-how.
The Napa Know-How 99-cent reusable bag is like any old bag. It has handles, it stores stuff. But if you put stuff your car needs from Napa into an ordinary bag, you won't get 20% off. You can only get 20% off in a Napa reusable bag, now just 99 cents. Check and mate ordinary bags. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Some restrictions apply. Offer expires 10/31/16.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Join me this afternoon 2 to 5 for the Sean Hannity Show. Now more with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Hey, I'm Mary Lawrence. If you are a veteran, call me about a no money down loan. You served us, now let us serve you. Call my cell. It's 256-755-1008.
Mary Lawrence, she can make it happen for you. She can. Whether it's refinancing, excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was sighing and didn't know my mic was on. I apologize.
Whether refinancing or buying a new home or, for veterans, as Mary just said, or whether you're building, you can use your lot as a down payment. So many different ways. In the refinancing, you can use that for a lot of ways. You can build your outdoor kitchen now for fall.
She'll figure out a way to put you in a house, folks.
She will, too.
If there's a way out there.
Her phone number is?
256-755-1008.
So Gloria Allred, who is the attorney who always comes out, with she came out with the Bill Cosby women and other women.
She's what I'd call an opportunist.
Yes, she is. Makes a lot of money.
Yes, she does.
Doing this.
Yep.
But she is also was during the primaries not just a Clinton supporter, but a Clinton delegate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Gloria
that's a
Allred,
problem.
the Clinton delegate, is the one who is bringing all this forward.
There's not a conflict of interest there, I guess.
Not at all. Mm-mm. Now, the woman that Gloria Allred is
representing,
I want to read something. Her name is Summer Zervos, and she was a former star in The Apprentice who alleges she was sexually assaulted by Donald Trump. But again, I have a problem with people who come out years later and her emails look different than what she's saying today. So in April of 2016, April of this year, she sent out an email that said, it's from Summer Zervos, Thursday, April 14th, 3:30 p.m. And she goes on to say, I'm certain you're a busy woman. She sends it to Rhonda Graff, who works for the Trump, not the campaign, but his organization. I'm certain you're a busy woman. I'm in a unique situation, being that I am the only former apprentice who operates a business where Mr. Trump supporters can walk in, express their admiration for him, and inquire about my experience. Mr. Trump has a great deal of support in Huntington Beach, California. He has witnessed both my highs and lows operating a small business. I'm pleased to report that business is good. Her business is Sonny's Restaurant. has a long history of making people feel special. We hire a diverse crew and embrace anyone who is honest and hardworking. Mr. Trump is cut from the same cloth. I would greatly appreciate reconnecting at this time. He will know my intentions are genuine.
This girl that said that he touched her just wrote that? Or wrote that before?
In April.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, does that sound like somebody who was sexually assaulted?
She sounds distraught.
Now, my understanding is and her cousin says that she was upset that Trump wouldn't come to her restaurant.
Yeah, apparently Trump said no.
Trump said no. She invited Mr. Trump to a restaurant during the primary. He said no, and Summer, this is her cousin now writing this, I think Summer wishes she could still be on reality TV. And in an effort to get that back, she's saying all of these negative things about Mr. Trump.
Well, she's back on TV.
Yeah, he went on to say, I'm completely shocked and bewildered that my cousin had this press conference today because ever since she was on The Apprentice, she had nothing but glowing things to say about Mr. Trump. Mm-hmm. I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I have a problem with, you've said nothing but glowing remarks, and then you send this letter to the Trump organization to get him to come to your restaurant during the primary to give it some press, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says no, and then you come out with Gloria Allred and say, well, he sexually assaulted me.
Sure.
That hurts other women.
It does hurt other women.
That hurts women who really have been sexually assaulted.
And if the media would report what we just reported, I mean, it would call into question what she has to say now, wouldn't it?
It would. If you just said that in April, May, June, July, August.
6 months ago.
How is it that now all of a sudden you've been sexually assaulted? How does that happen?
Mm-mm.
The woman on the airplane 38 years ago. The woman on the airplane. Now a guy has come forward and said he was on the airplane too, and she was the flirt, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think he has some background in something about 25 years ago that could tarnish his reputation. But it's not what he said, and it's not what she said initially. It's what the woman on the airplane said in an interview just in the past few days. So cover up the kids' ears. Here we go.
Huh? Watch.
Right, huh?
If he had stuck with the upper part of the body, I might not have gotten that upset. But it's when he started putting his hand up my skirt.
All right, that's good right there. Okay, so that's about all we're going to play of that. You have to go to the blog to hear the rest. What? So it wasn't sexual assault to begin with, but once it got somewhere else, it was sexual assault.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with it had he just stayed on top, basically.
That's
what she said.
There's no way around what she said. She said it.
She said it. Those are her words. The lady on the plane from 38 years ago, that's what she just said in an interview. How in the world, for any woman listening to me right now, you're thinking the same thing I am. It's like, really? You sat there while that was happening, yet while something else happened, then it's sexual assault 38 years ago. I might have been okay with it had he... oh, boy.
Did you happen to see Dr. Ben Carson on the Morning Joe from Friday morning?
I did.
Let me tell you what. The way they treated him...
awful.
...was absurd and ridiculous. But now he's the only one, because if you remember, Jim's the first one that said something to us in the middle of last week when this girl first came out. He said, well, now listen, when you're in first class, those seats, those armrests don't move.
Yeah, and we have a picture of when Pan Am put those in.
And Dr. Ben Carson said the same thing. He said, anybody that's been in first class knows those are big armrests and they don't move.
And there's a lot of room.
They wouldn't let him say that.
No.
They just kept talking over him and over him.
And he finally got upset.
Yes, he got as mad as I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
And they were laughing at him.
Yeah, they were laughing at him.
My gosh.
So, and now we have a firebombing of a North Carolina Republican office, and somebody spray painted on the building next door, Republican Nazis get out of town or else. Is the media talking about that? I mean, this has gotten so ugly. This whole thing has gotten so ugly. It truly is amazing. Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hey, good morning, folks. I just wanted to make some comments about, and I'm preaching to the choir, but how extremely biased and one-sided the liberal news media is. It's just amazing. ABC, CBS, NBC, and CNN, it's just like they're employed by the Clintons and the Democrat Party. I don't believe it would be any worse if they were actually on their payroll, and they probably are.
Well, the Washington Post even came out this morning with a front page story saying Hillary won. I mean, the votes haven't even been counted yet. Hello.
Yeah. Yesterday morning, I don't normally watch the biased political TV shows on Sunday morning, but I happened to flip the TV on and caught one of the liberal talking heads was interviewing Newt Gingrich, and you could tell Newt came prepared with some wonderful answers about the corruption of Hillary. And this guy, when he would ask Newt a question, Newt would start talking, and this guy would not let Newt finish a sentence. He would start interrupting and interrupting, then he'd ask him another question, then Newt would start talking, and then this guy would start interrupting him again. It was just, you never really got a complete thought from Newt out of it. It was so one-sided, and I just got so frustrated I turned the TV off. But let me tell you this on a more local level about the biased news media. Of course, I'm a retired person now, senior citizen, and I've been reading the Decatur Communist Dailies probably since I was in high school. And they are so extremely biased and one-sided that I decided to do a little experiment, and I took me a sheet of paper, drew me a line down the middle, and on the left side, I titled it Trump Negatively Titled Articles. On the right, I put Clinton Negatively Titled Articles. After 4 weeks, I had 32 negatively titled articles in the Decatur Communist Daily against Trump, and on the right, I could only come up with 2, and I was really stretching it to get those 2 because I wanted to be fair about it. But that just shows the bias of the Decatur Daily. 32 articles negative against Trump and only 2 against Hillary. And I think I've mentioned this before, but the motto of the Decatur Daily, it's on the front page of every issue. It says, the independent voice of the Tennessee Valley since 1912.
Well.
They need to drop that. There's not a bit of truth to that, and everybody knows it.
Thank you, Brian.
Okay.
By the way, when we're talking about rigged polls,
Hello, Brian.
The NBC Wall Street Journal poll, which has been biased all the way through the primaries, came out with a new poll over the weekend that put Clinton ahead 11 points of Trump.
Wow.
Now, unlikely voters, which is what they're polling now, not registered voters, but likely voters, all the pollsters are doing that as we get closer to election. How you come up with a likely voter is who they voted for last time. So if you voted for Barack Obama last time,
then you're a likely
Democratic voter. If you voted for Mitt Romney last time, then you're a likely Romney voter.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So if you look into this poll, the internal, you know me, I love to look into the internals of the polls and find out who they polled, right?
It's important.
So if you look into this poll, it shows that the people they interviewed that voted in 2012 for incumbent Barack Obama, 46%, to Mitt Romney, 32%. So they took 46% of the people who voted for Barack Obama in 2012 into this poll, but only 32% of those who voted for Mitt Romney into this poll.
What do they expect is going to come out of that?
So, yet, Obama only beat Romney by 3.9%, by 4 points. So that should be your
weight.
Your weight there. If you're going to weight a poll, then you weight it by 4%, right?
Okay, right.
But they weighted it by what? 14%? They padded it with 10% extra voters?
Wow.
They padded this poll with 10% extra voters, which got her to 11-point lead, which means if they hadn't have padded it, they'd be in a tie, basically.
Yep.
So
Even after all of this.
Even after all of this. So you just can't, and women were 53% of the sample, and 47% men. Well, they skewed that part as well.
Mm-hmm.
With more women, they polled more women, knowing it would help Hillary than men. So I don't know who's going to win. There's no way to know. Turnout's going to determine it. But these people are lying. There's
I'm hoping
no way around it.
The enthusiasm gap.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
hoping to goodness that's real.
We'll see what happens Wednesday. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
On your smartphone, download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And listen on your computer free anywhere in the world.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
The Car Pro, Jerry Reynolds, will always find a way to help you.
I know you don't want car payments, but you also don't want this thing to be in the shop every other week. And that's what you're looking at in that price range. As far as your credit goes, with $5,000 down, you can buy a 10-grand car. Walmart will do that.
Listen to The Car Pro Show and give Jerry a call at 800-227-7777.
Call me during the show or join us on Facebook by hitting the link at carprousa.com.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
We have a great new show on WBHP, Huntsville's big talker you don't want to miss. It's The Land Show with Dave Milton. Dave informs you on everything you need to know about investing in land. Be sure to tune in Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. for The Land Show with Dave Milton. And visit thelandshow.com to get Dave's free report, 7 Proven Land Investment Strategies. Don't miss The Land Show with Dave Milton for successful land investing every Saturday morning, 9 till 10, right here on WBHP, Huntsville's big talker.
Say good morning to Keith Pinkerton. He is Mr. Electric. Now, Keith, every month we have severe weather in the Tennessee Valley. Power outages, a big problem. But you can help stop that.
That is correct. We can actually come in and install a whole house generator that automatically senses when the power goes off, takes you off the utility grid, and turns on the generator and powers up your house during a power outage. And when power comes back on, it senses it and shuts down the generator and puts you back on the utility grid.
And another important feature with Mr. Electric is making sure you're safe at home.
We actually have a home safety inspection, electrical home safety inspection that we do when we come out to your house, and and we inspect your whole electrical system, and we educate you about your electrical system, and if we see any code violations or anything that needs to be addressed, we'll give you a free upfront quote.
Call Mr. Electric today at 1-888-536-8119.
If you remember that movie song that said, "Who you gonna call?" The answer is Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro, for straight talk and honest answers about everything automotive.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Compassion International.
We're in the final stages of clearing away that earlier accident on Memorial Parkway southbound at Winchester Road. Other than that, the interstates check out in pretty good shape. We're still seeing a little extra volume, though, on our secondary roads on US 31 northbound between the US 64 bypass and College Street. Also Memorial Parkway northbound between Whitesburg Drive and Martin Road. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Never thought of yourself as a hero? That's what you'll be for a child in poverty when you become a sponsor with Compassion International. To find out how you can release a child from poverty right now, go to compassion.com/radio.
WBHP is available everywhere you want to listen on our free iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
I'm Chris Haley with Haley's Flooring and Interiors and Liberty Safes, and we will be giving away a Liberty Tactical Gun Safe, an $1,100 value. Listen for details.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Welcome back to the morning show. Okay, what are we giving away?
$40 for Popeye's Cajun Fried Chicken. Movie passes for 2 at Hollywood 18. Family 4-pack to the Botanical Gardens. $20 from Dunkin' Donuts, Huntsville and Madison.
And a day pass to the range at Last Resort Guns, County Line Road in Madison.
All you have to do is call us. At the end of the show, we'll draw from all the people who have called in, and that person wins.
534-3521 and 309-2313.
Wow, we got a lot of prizes. A family 4-pack to Tate Farms, as well as golf for 2 at Point Mallard's Championship Course, and all those other prizes go to one person. But you got to call us. Phone numbers are
256-534-3521 and 309-2313.
One more short bite. This is from CNN's Chris Cuomo. He doesn't want you to know what's in the WikiLeaks leaks without CNN telling you. Here we go.
Interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us. And in full disclosure, let's take a look at what is in there and what it means.
Okay, so Chris Cuomo, CNN, says it's illegal for you to look at WikiLeaks. Only the press can. He's lying. It is not illegal. He just doesn't want you to look at them.
No.
CNN does not want the average viewer to CNN to know that they can go look at WikiLeaks by themselves. They don't have to wait for the media to tell them what's in there because they're not telling them what's in there.
Right. Oh, no.
So in a way to cover for Hillary, they're telling you, you know it's illegal for you to possess a WikiLeaks leak. No, it's not.
They're trying to scare people.
Yeah, the hacker, it's illegal to hack. It's not illegal for you to look.
Nope.
And he knows it. And he knows it. But they're trying on purpose to scare people away from the WikiLeaks leaks. Amazing. All right, let's go to Wayne. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
First of all, I want to say that we're planning to go to Tate's Farms on Saturday. So just want to give kudos to one of your sponsors.
Yeah, it's a great family.
It's great. We're going to take our 3-year-old there. And so our 3-year-old granddaughter, sorry.
Oh, wow.
And so she's going to have a blast. She went there last year. It was kind of overwhelmed, but this year I think she'll be able to handle it.
You know, and I take my kids almost every year. They always had a great time.
Yeah. And, you know, I wish there was some way that the electorate could just hit the reset button for this election cycle for president. I think majority of Democrats who are holding their nose would say, hell yes, and most of the Republicans would sit there and go, thank God. We could sit there and have some way to reset this and get 2 different candidates.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a mess. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
Well, I'd like to keep Hillary Clinton where she is.
You would?
Would she not be the easy? Shouldn't she be the easiest to beat?
No, I don't think so. I think Bernie would have been easier to beat.
You think so?
Yeah, because he, you know,
even with
though
all the
he
free
had,
stuff.
Yeah, but he had young people. That was about it.
I see.
Yeah, but at this point,
well, maybe we can have them swap the tickets so that it's a Pence-Trump ticket. So you're really voting for Pence for president and Trump as vice president.
I think there's going to be a lot of that anyway. I think there's going to be a lot of folks voting for Trump because of Pence,
Mike Pence,
which is why they picked Pence.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Because I think having Trump in charge of the Senate would be a great position for him. And,
it'd be a circus, that's for sure.
Could you imagine?
He wouldn't have the senator from Vermont is asking for the floor. He would sit there and just start insulting him before.
Yeah,
before
he'd say. So you don't have anything pertinent to say? Sit down, Bernie.
You're an idiot.
Although, what a sellout. You know, Bernie Sanders was, it's a revolution, blah, blah, blah. And what does he do? He goes and buys a $600,000 house with money he made from the campaign.
Well, Trump,
he's such a sellout.
Trump said he sold his soul to the devil.
He did. Well,
Hillary
he did,
Clinton.
basically. Of course, again.
Well, what I can't understand is how much Hollywood is supporting a candidate who says we're going to tax the rich.
Well,
do they not think that they're rich?
Yeah, but they know they can hide it. John Kerry is doing the exact same thing. We reported a few months ago about all the offshore accounts John Kerry, our Secretary of State, has. I mean, he's doing the same thing. They know, the Hollywood elites know that she's not going to take their money. It's our money she's going to end up taking. I just got a list over the weekend of all the tax increases that she's going to put forward. We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
But she's supposed to close all the loopholes, too.
Oh, no, she's not going to do that.
Are you kidding? She is a loophole.
If you read her speeches to Goldman Sachs and others, she basically says she's just saying that.
Yeah, she has one thing she tells us and one thing she tells
everybody else.
Yeah, the Wall Street.
Yeah, she only said that so she could beat Bernie Sanders. That was the only reason.
You mean she isn't telling the truth?
She wasn't telling the truth. That is correct.
If you can believe it, Wayne, she was lying.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
You have a great day, Wayne.
All right, you too.
There's video now that we're going to post of these cars that were vandalized outside of a Donald Trump rally in Maine.
It's already posted.
It's posted now at TonyandGary.com. Somebody, while they were having the rally, took white spray paint to about 20 cars. Mm-hmm. Media's not talking about that, but let one protester be talked to at a Donald Trump rally, and it's news for 3 days, but they're not talking about this. And then, of course, the firebombing of the North Carolina GOP office. So there's a lot of violence going on out there. And with the election, I don't think it's going to stop. I think there's still going to be a lot of violence. Let's go to Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was just calling to get qualified for the prize pack. I've got 6, 7, 8-year-old girls, and they would enjoy that.
Good.
Tate Farms, yeah, they would.
Yeah, they would. All right, you're in there.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, a couple other quick notes. It looks like someone broke into the car of a Massachusetts woman, and they stole what they thought was some sort of a drug in a plastic bag.
A drug?
A drug, yeah.
Okay.
It was actually the woman's mother.
Oh, no.
Yes. And so I don't know if they were investigating a burglary or
laugh at that, but that's
kidnapping.
I mean, how did they find out?
You said you weren't going to laugh.
Well, then you opened your mouth.
New research. This is scary right here. New research shows that a spider can hear what you're doing. Boy, I just got goosebumps all over. Can hear what you're doing.
Spider?
Yeah, from over 10 feet away.
A spider can hear you from 10 feet away.
So what they're suggesting is you might want to step into the other room when you roll up the newspaper. And then come out.
Yeah.
10 feet away can hear you? Oh.
Tony, 10 feet's not that far.
Well,
I mean, I understand spiders have small ears, but my goodness.
10 feet sounds like a long way to me. A man who likes to juggle.
Especially to a spider.
A man who likes to juggle while jogging.
Well, I can do neither.
Completed the Chicago Marathon without dropping a single ball.
He ran the marathon while jogging?
How about that? Now
I've got to see some video.
Yeah, we're going to have to find that. Michael Jackson, Charles Schultz, Arnold Palmer, Elvis Presley, and Prince. Top Forbes.
They're all dead.
Tops Forbes recently released annual list of the top earning dead celebrities.
I thought that was what we have, what's in common. They're all dead.
They are all dead, but
so they're making the most money after
their death. Yeah.
I knew that was true about Elvis and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Elvis especially.
Yeah.
And while some voters may wish the presidential candidates would just go away, Dartmouth College has created an app for those who want to find them around every corner. So what they did is they came up with Pokemon Go figures. Hillary and Trump Pokemon Go figures. I tell you what, entrepreneurs, they're something, aren't they?
Smart.
Let's go to Alice. Hey, Alice.
Good morning. I just want to get qualified.
Well, you are in there.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Hang with us.
Miss Toni and Gary? Listen to our podcast free anytime, day or night.
And check out our blog at TonyandGary.com with links to the podcast, email, iHeartRadio, listen online, and all the latest stories and video.
And like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
From the Tennessee Valley to your radio, it's WBHP's Valley Happenings.
Hi, this is Tabby Jagger with the Care Center. On Monday, October 17th, take a shot in the 14th annual I Golf Because I Care golf tournament at the Robert Trent Jones Golf Course in Hampton Cove. Your support goes directly to the Care Center, bringing hope to families in southeastern Madison County. Sponsorship opportunities and golfer registration is available on our website, thecare-center.org, or by calling 256-723-2273. Come take a shot and support the Care Center.
And that's what's happening. For more information on Valley Happenings, log on to WBHPAM.com, keyword events. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
We're in the final stages of clearing away that earlier accident, Memorial Parkway southbound at Winchester Road. Other than that, the interstates check out in pretty good shape. We're still seeing a little extra volume, though, on our secondary roads on US 31 northbound between the US 64 bypass and College Street. Also Memorial Parkway northbound between Whitesburg Drive and Martin Road. I'm Will Guerra in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
If you're involved in youth or high school sports, you need to know about Positive Coaching Alliance. PCA is a national nonprofit organization developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. For more information, visit positivecoach.org.
Napa Know-How.
The Napa Know-How 99-cent reusable bag is like any old bag. It has handles, it stores stuff. But if you put stuff your car needs from Napa into an ordinary bag, you won't get 20% off. You can only get 20% off in a Napa reusable bag, now just 99 cents. Check and mate ordinary bags. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Some restrictions apply. Offer expires 10/31/16.
Hey everyone!
This is Life Tips with Geico.
Life Tip 1. You can use a razor to shave those little lint balls off your sweatshirt or jacket.
Speaking of jackets, try wearing yours backwards. You could use the hood as a convenient snack trough.
Life Tip 2. Switch to Geico and you could save hundreds on your car insurance. On top of that, the Geico Insurance Agency could help save you money on home and renter's insurance. Geico. Get savings into your life. Visit geico.com
today. If you have an HD radio, you can hear all your favorite WBHP shows at 102.1 HD2.
Hey, this is Bo Thomas with Thomas HVAC. And if you're even thinking about getting a new heating and cooling system, you'll want to take advantage of our fall football special. Right now, we're offering 0% for 60-month financing on new Trane heating and cooling systems. Give us a call at 256-858-4822 or go to coolhuntsville.com.
Thank you, Bo. Tell you what, now's the time. If you were looking or needing a new unit, Trane is the best in the world, and Bo Thomas is best here. And now, look how long. 5 years, 0% interest.
Wow.
Don't forget about the Toni and Gary special as well. That would be, they come out and they check your unit. You know, we are going to get some cold weather here shortly. Now's the time to have your unit checked out, let them turn the heat on, make sure it works, clean everything up, so when we do get cold weather, you're ready for it. All right, let's go to Philip. Hey, Philip.
Morning, how are you?
Good.
Good, I said qualify this morning.
Well, you are in there, okay?
Thank you.
All right. All right, so we understand that the WikiLeaks guy, Assange, his internet access was mysteriously cut. And then somebody put out that he had been killed. We don't think that happened. Not that there aren't people on the Clinton campaign trying for that, I'm sure.
Not that Hillary Clinton hasn't suggested it.
She did suggest it. She suggested they drone him.
She sure did.
Yes, she did.
And we have proof of that in an email.
In a WikiLeaks email, that's right. Anyway.
But it means nothing to the media.
No, it doesn't.
Attempted murder means nothing to the media.
All right, don't forget to go to our blog at ToniandGary.com and get your football picks in. You have till Friday night to get them in, but it's more important that you get them in early. Why is that, Corey?
Well, because there have been ties. And the way you break a tie is whomever in that tie sent their email in first, well, they're the winners. That's why it's important to send it in early.
So the games we have picked for this week
are Texas A&M at Alabama.
Are not there. I'm sorry.
You'll probably have to refresh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arkansas at Auburn. Mississippi State at Kentucky. And Ole Miss at LSU. I need glasses.
Yes, you do. And right under that, it says click here to submit your picks. Then you tell us who's going to win by how many points.
Mm-hmm.
Put football picks in the subject line. Remember to include your name and phone number in case you win so we can call you. But get your picks in early. Yeah. It's going to be a big weekend for Alabama this week.
T's already got his picks in, Tony.
Does he? Well, very good.
T does not waste his time.
I was happy to see Randy Travis sing this weekend at the Country Music Hall of Fame.
What?
He performed Amazing Grace. After everything he's been through over the last 3 or 4 years, maybe
good for him.
Maybe he's getting his life back on track.
I hope so.
Me too.
I love Randy Travis.
We'll be right back to announce the winner. Don't go away.
There is a significant difference between being slightly out of tune or perfectly in tune. If your financial plan is even slightly out of tune, you may be paying too much for taxes, exposing yourself to too much risk, or retiring without a sound income plan. Is your financial plan out of tune? Listen to WBHP The Big Talker, Saturdays at 10 a.m. to Financially Tuned with Don Cloud of Cloud Financial to get your financial future in tune.
Start your day at Hardee's with a delicious sausage and egg biscuit for only 99 cents. That's right, a buttery made-from-scratch biscuit with savory sausage and fluffy egg, now just 99 cents at your neighborhood Hardee's restaurant.
The house payment, the car payment, the credit card payment, the student loan payment. Imagine how much money you'd have if you made those payments to yourself. I can show you the common sense approach to managing your money and getting out of debt. Listen to the Dave Ramsey Show later this morning at 11 on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Gary Dobbs here talking with Stuart Tanksley of Pro Fence of the Tennessee Valley. Stuart, tell us what you do.
We build just about any kind of fence you want within reason, obviously. We try to ensure that our customers get what they pay for and they get the best value. I like to sell people on quality instead of price, but there's an old adage that says, you get what you pay for. And, that's something that we're proud to stand behind. We build a better quality product by taking extra steps and extra measures that we don't charge extra for. And, being a small business versus some of our competitors, we don't have the huge overhead.
And with lower overhead, you can pass that savings along to your customers. So give ProFence a call. Talk to Stuart Tanksley. The number is 584-0092. That's 256-584-0092. If you want a fence built right and you want to save money, you need to be talking to ProFence.
This is 800 and 1230 WBHP, the Valley's Big Talker.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Congratulations to Jonathan Broyles. Hey, Jonathan, good job. All right, well, more prizes for tomorrow. We're gonna give away some tickets to the Saturday Talladega race. We'll talk more about that in the morning.
The Xfinity race.
Yeah, and science true or science false? Some things we hear, is it really scientifically true or not? Like, do chickens actually live without a head? We'll talk about that. And is your dog's mouth clean or not?
Well, I know the answer to that. Right. My vet told me unequivocally the answer to that one.
So, science true or false? You guys have a wonderful day. It looks like it's going to be warm again, right?
That is true. Sunny, 85 today. Maybe a little rain by Wednesday night.
Hopefully.
Bye, y'all.
Glenn Beck follows Fox News on WBHP Huntsville, WHOS Decatur, and WDRM FM HD2 Decatur, an iHeart radio station.